Why, hello, Logan. How you been, my guy? Nice to see you. Missed you during Thymesia last night. It's pretty fun. Fought the second boss. Boss was a giant bat. Boss was not as hard as the first boss. How you doing, my guy? I do plan on getting to Inscription. It's in the rotation. I'm trying to rotate between games, that way I don't get burnt out on any one specific thing, you know? Speaking of games, today we're playing Warframe and I have my MR29 test. I hope I don't fail it terribly. Boop. And boop. Make sure that's down and that's up. Can already hear my Roombas whirring in the background. Yeah. Give me my credit booster, old man. Been grinding the fuck out of Skyblock. How's the inflation? Last I heard from you, inflation was absolutely fucking ridiculous in Skyblock. Yoink. 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 Might as well use my last Argon, right? Build an incubator power core. It doesn't matter if I don't need it. At least it won't fade away. Money's a lot easier to get now, so it's not as bad as it used to be. Well, wouldn't that just make the inflation worse on some levels? Like... Guys, guess who finally finished building? Gyre, baby. Probably not gonna bring her into, Probably not gonna bring her into this, MR29 test. But, definitely gonna fashion frame her a little. I think Gyre's a much better design than Yreli, which is funny because if you look at them from a fundamental level, Gyre and Yreli aren't too different. They both have the skirt thing. They're both of their primary themes are blue. Like, they honestly aren't too far from being adjacent to each other. But one's design works and the other one just looks stupid. Maybe I'm being overly critical because I hate Yreli, but even her noble animation is just better. But it's not all kawaii ugu. Yeah, I don't like that about Yreli, so. Ooh, I dig her ult helmet.
Do you remember the old war?
Shut up, Ortis.
Ortis seems to have misplaced those memories.
Don't make me toss you in a closet somewhere and leave you there. Oh, it spins! That's cute. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna fashion frame you after the MR29 test. I want to see how badly I fail this. I don't know what the test is. As usual, when I'm doing these live, I have not rehearsed it. I have not looked up what it is. I don't know what I'm going to be getting myself into. Let's pick a random frame for it, shall we? Who do we want to run? Let's run Mesa Prime. Fuck it. Let's run Mesa Prime. And if you know what it is, don't tell me.
Well,
Don't tell me what it is.
Now get out there and
I'd rather it be a surprise.
and make the Lotus proud.
Do I have any of these built? No, it's just the one. Okay. So it's gonna be Mesa with my Gloom setup. No Mesa's Waltz. Pandema. Oh, where'd he go? He's not there. He usually just kind of hangs out. Hold on. Let me put him back there. I like that they finally put this skin out there. I really do. It's very cute. I wish the Ortis in your transmissions would actually follow that skin, but you can only hope for so much, right? Wait, so money's easier to get, but prices haven't changed at all? That seems odd. But hey, that's good for you, right? Alright. Middle Master, MR29. Haven't done it. I think I'm ready. Screw it. I'm not gonna practice. If we fail, we fail, right? Let's do this. Let's do this, boys.
Tenno, you are but one against the Horde.
Mm-hmm.
Your survival depends on speed. Go.
Speed extermination? Speed extermination it is. That's what it sounds like. Wow, I think I might have brought the right frame for this. Was that it? Was that MR29? Are you kidding me?
This test is now
that was actually kind of laughable. I was expecting literally anything else. All right, cool. MR29. Hey. Maybe it was because I guess if I hadn't randomly picked Mesa, that would have been difficult, but I just had to get to one side of the stage and be able to point at them. That's I don't know if that's a testament to how powerful Mesa is or how laughable that MR29 test was. I put that off for a month because I wanted to stream it. Here I was thinking it would be good. 124,703 points to MR30. We in the home stretch now, boys. Yeah, I know there's legendary ranks after that, but I don't care about them. I think 30 is probably where I'm going to stay for a nice long time. Gyre. Alright, you. Let's look at your powers. Launch a gyratory sphere that will deal high damage on impact and periodically deal electrical shocks to nearby enemies. Hit multiple enemies at once with the initial launch to enhance damage. That's neat. Throw forward a gyratory sphere that will implode after a few seconds or can be manually triggered. Oh, so it's like a black hole. Okay.
Operator, the system needs you. Will you begin?
That's it, Ortis. That you got your last warning. Where's my audio settings, dang it? Shh. Permanently, please. God. Yeah, easy, right? Okay, so AoE damage plus shock. I'm guessing it's like the actual shock status effect, so it makes him spaz out. Crowd control, black hole, but instantaneous and a burst. Okay, I got you. Gain a brief burst of increased critical chance and energy regen with each kill, extending the duration of Cathode Grace. Casting is on a cooldown. Oh, so you can't just cast it over and over again. Okay. 60-second cooldown. I wonder if that's raised with efficiency or duration. Rotor swell. Gyre's mechanisms spin at incredible speeds, generating an electric field that shocks nearby enemies. When Gyre gets a critical hit, a large electrical discharge will chain from the enemy that was hit to nearby enemies. So Gyre is a crit frame that benefits from your weapons doing crits more than anything else. That's an interesting turn to weapon synergy. I haven't really seen that before. But who cares about abilities? You guys know what you're here for. It's fashion frame time. Let's see. What do we want to go with for the chest? Does she have... She does not have like a traditional armor, does she? Alright, first let's get our colors set. What's our primary? That one? It's not bad, and it colors light really well. It also colors dark really well. How dark of a color can it handle? It looks a little too damaged for that. Like, this is one thing I don't like on some Warframes that they do. See this little patch of wear and tear right here? I get these Warframes are supposed to be lesser than Primes, but you wouldn't have wear and tear on something that's being maintained by this ship. You just wouldn't. What's our secondary color channel? Ooh, it's that one. Really? It's not bad at all. Third. And tertiary is going to be my metal colors, huh? Okay. Alright, I think I got it. I like the brick pattern right here. That's really cool. That's very muted and more metallic than I thought it would be. Huh. And they're all a little bit more metallic and lighter than I thought they would be. But they've got good flair to them, and I think I'm going to swap this one over to... There we go. That's not too far off from base. I think I want to alter it a little bit. See, it looks almost pink instead of red. Oh, and that colors the side of her boots as well. Ah, okay. I think with the crown, I'm going to have to go with a secondary red channel. And alter the first down to about there. Make it slightly muted. Again, the wear and tear on the arms, I just don't really like it very much. But there's not much we can do. Oh well. Attachments. Chest. God, no. Anything but that one. First of all, there we go. Oh, actually it looks good now that it's been colored. Decent. Too chunky. Also too chunky for her. Too curvy. Protovire just seems to go with every frame. I'm not sure why, but it just does. I actually like that one. That one works out really well. The angled point on it kind of counteracts the curviness of her arm spikes. Oop. Speaking of those arm spikes. Nah, Gazzle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? What the fuck is that? Her arms move independent of the arm attachments. And the arm attachments just kind of hover and... What the fuck? Even after you equip it? Really? Like, it's not anchored to any point. It just kind of... What the fuck? That's not how armor is supposed to work. That just looks bad. I wonder if that's a bug. I wonder if they're ever gonna fix it. Probably not. That's D we're talking about here. It's probably gonna stay in the game till its dying day at this point. They haven't fixed it yet. They ain't gonna fix it. Even with that, it looks bad, and that is chunky enough to cover it up. Ugh. Oh, God. Well, there's one frame Protovire doesn't go with. So I'm guessing I need to find something that anchors up here at the shoulder instead of down here where it's moving everything else. So... God, even that one's bad. Bad. Decent, actually. See, that one's not so bad, but that's just because they're already hovering there. I'm guessing they're taking their point and frame of reference from the shoulder here instead of the arm thing here where they're actually mounted. So that just seems like a laziness problem on their part. Yeah, no, not Ostron. There really are not many that mount higher than that, though. That's a problem. Oh, there's one. Vitala. Huh. It's still, the stuff underneath it still moves, but it doesn't look too bad. We'll go with Etheria. If I don't like Etheria, we'll go with Vitala after that. Legs are not going to matter as much. Let's give him something simple. How about the Protovire? Yeah, it makes just a little bit of light, so that'll work. Kukuri's nice as well. But we'll stick with Protovire. Ephemera, Katena. Nope. Conquera actually goes really well with the chest piece. And it accentuates her her skirt really nice. Crania. Yeah, that one's not right for her. All that extra gold kind of detracts from her design a little bit. And same. I don't like winged ephemeras. I don't know why. Everyone else seems to love them. I just can't stand them. Hey, I heard you like skirts, so I gave you a skirt over your skirt so you can skirt while you skirt. Let's not do that. Spinneret. I like Spore. I don't like... I wish I could have a Spore ephemera that didn't have the gook on the ground. I know that's picky and petty, but I wish... if I had Vengeful Lightning would look perfect since she is a lightning frame. Same? So you feel the same, right? Like this energy thing and these shadows, that's cool. This, not as much. Like I'd be fine with the lightning arcing off into the ground if it didn't leave these fucking things. It doesn't fit the aesthetic of the energy around the frame, because the energy around the frame shows like energy and maybe a little bit of wisps of darkness, but this just shows gross mold growing. There's a bit of a design clash there, I think. I don't know why they married those two together, but they did. We're gonna go with Conquera. That works. All right, Cyandana. Does Gyre have a Cyandana? She does. Triotic. Oh, first of all, let's match. So Logan, are you excited to be going back to school? Just curious. I remember back home towards the end of summer, I was always impatient to get back to school, if only for the fact that I hated my house. There was so I didn't have internet growing up, not because like I'm old enough to remember back before we had internet. No, it was because we were poor as fuck. So I really didn't have much to do but like go outside and, you know, take walks, because I lived in the middle of the area that I'm from when I was going through high school. Before that, it was Houston, so going out for walks was not safe. But the high school period, I lived in an area where it was trees. I'm talking trees like a trees everywhere. You look to your left, you look to your right, you look up, there's trees fucking everywhere. So pretty much all I had to do was go out, look around at all the trees, think, yeah, I might as well take a walk, walk about 5 minutes, find something in the trees that would invariably be able to kill me, and go, yeah, never mind, I'm going back home, and then go back home. I got pretty good at identifying things that could kill me. Like, you know, the cow ants that they had out there, which I'm pretty sure since my sister is allergic to, I'm probably allergic to as well. They're basically like ground hornets. Like, things like that, you know? Last year was a fucking joke. I'm surprised it didn't get shut down. What, school? School was a fucking joke? What do you think of this Cyandana? I'm not impressed. I don't know. I like the little collar that matches her collar, but the rest of it, it doesn't really mesh with her skirt well, you know? Like, look at this, all right? This is her signature Cyandana, right? This is the Triotic Cyandana is supposed to match Gyre to a T, right? It's clipping with her skirt. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, that's just fashion frame. Sometimes things clip. Not when it's a Cyandana that's made for a specific frame, man. This should not be clipping with the frame it's built for. That's not right. Test positive for COVID, shows up 2 days later. They don't do anything about it. Oof. Was that you or was that someone else? Because either way, that's irresponsible. Ooh. That's actually really nice, especially with that ephemera. And it doesn't clip too badly with her skirt. It clips a little bit here, but for the most part in motion, it doesn't. Someone else, I took 2 weeks off when I had COVID. Well, yeah, you're responsible. Good job, son. I'm proud of you. Be sure you tell your parents that your random internet dad is proud of you, because I'm proud of you. You should definitely take time off if you get any kind of, like, I had, weirdly enough, I had COVID, and for some reason my test came back negative, but you can ask significant other, like, I was down for the count. It was pretty bad. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, which is why I believe that if you get it, you should maybe not go out with it. That actually looks really good. I like how it just kind of sets right on her back brace right there, her little neck halo. And this is a Cyandana for one of Hildren's deluxes, but it matches better than her normal Cyandana, except for this dangly energy bit, but I can understand that because it's a dangly energy bit. I can get that maybe. Even this one matches better. Like, just have something that goes around. Have her Cyandana loop around her skirt. Make it accentuate her. Don't make it clip. With me, it put me down. Ironically enough, it put me down after I had already been forcefully vaccinated by my work because I didn't have a choice. It was either that or, you know, I'm not going to get into the things that they were going to have me do, but yeah, it wouldn't have been good for me or my family. I basically would have ended up a slave to the government. Anyway, let's not talk about that. I might get mad. This one, though, this one's fucking gorgeous. I really like this one. The way it just accentuates the ephemera here. It doesn't have the right shading, though, to match the frame, though. The red's a little too vibrant, but I can change that. I can fix him. Even this one, even the Glacia, the Cyandana that just came out, has better clipping than her base Cyandana. Look, see how it goes over it? Wow. Incredible. Amazing. If only the Cyandana that was constructed for the frame could do that. Fuck. Free 2-week break. Exactly. Like, why would you complain about that? It's a free 2-week break, man. Me though, school was a way that I could, like, actually, because for me the worst part of summer, to quote Hitchhiker's Guide, I would have been able to get through it if it weren't for Sunday afternoons. In Sunday afternoon, I'm not talking about specific like Sunday afternoon. I'm talking about that Sunday afternoon frame of mind where you're looking around your house and there's not really much to do. And it's not Monday, so you can't really go out. You know, that's pretty much how summer felt to me all the time. Wow, the Protovire clips way too much with that. Would not. Now this one, just the base Protovire is actually really nice. You picked all the fun electives. Is this your junior? This is your junior year, right? This one's actually really good too. Color's wrong, but Pyra just matches with everything apparently, no matter what. Sophomore? Ah, okay, so you got 2 more in. Ooh. I don't think I mentioned when I got, oh, that's right, I haven't streamed that yet. I need to show you guys my fashion frame for her. Oh, that's really good. Oh, we're using this one. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Ah. That is, see, that these are the kind of wings I could get behind. I would, however, like to show off my my Titania Prime. Oh man, this, if I wasn't already, I was already playing a lot of Titania Prime. Even if I wasn't playing a lot of Titania Prime, this skin right here probably would have gotten me playing more Titania Prime. Cause damn, it looks good. It just, mwah. Hats off to whoever at Digital Extremes decided to design this, or whatever fan decided to design this, because I'd like to see more of it, please. Absolutely perfect. I love it. I love it so much. Which is the cyan dano we're using for Gyre. Gyre. You can have her hold the Dexpixia. Oh, look at her. The fuck am I supposed to do with these? I can't use these. I do wish, like, one thing about the Dexpixia and the Dewata, like, the skin that they give you with this skin is so good. It makes me look at the Dewata Prime, man. I wish I could use the Dewata Prime with other frames or as a standard melee weapon, because my god, that skin is gorgeous. To have this on a greatsword, oh man, is so pretty. But, you know, the Dewata Prime's kind of butt. Not because the Dewata Prime's bad, not because its stat block is bad, but because it's an arc melee weapon, and you have the Dexpixia Prime, so why the f would you ever use it? Like, why would you ever use it? Maybe as a distance closer, but that's about it. Anyway, I need to level Gyre. So we're gonna level Gyre. That's our fashion frame, boys. That's what we're rolling with. Powder grinding. Oh, you're still playing Skyblock? Mining has a skill tree, and if you want to level up the skills, you need powder. Ah, okay. One of these days, I just need to sit down with you and dive full-on into Skyblock. Ooh, her emissive changes her little head crystals over here. Once you get around 4 million powder, you start making a bunch of money from mining gemstones. Ah. So you need powder to mine? Oh, so it's like the traditional kind of enchanting method, right? Some increase defense, some give strength, some give health. Yeah, so it's like the traditional enchanting method. Like some games would have like enchanting gems that you'd use. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take this one. Alright, Gyre. Whoa! We fashion framed you, but we haven't actually built you yet. But my goodness, you are pretty. I like your design so much more than Urelli already. So pretty. Alright. Let's do what we need to do, huh? Slightly more important than fashion frame. But only because I like not dying frequently. Alright. Aura. I got a dash polarity? Really? Naruman? I mean, I guess I could do sprint boost, but there isn't much else besides that except for corrosive projection, and I don't like running corrosive projection all the time. Energy siphon. They need to buff the shit out of energy siphon. Like, if this was maybe like 3 energy rate, it would be useful. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, if you have a whole squad running energy siphon and also running the thing that buffs your aura power, that's like a 4 energy rate right there. Yeah, but to do that, you need to coordinate with an entire squad of a total of 4 people and have them all take up this slot and this slot with the same mod. With build diversity, no, people aren't going to want to do that. Even for the meme, not fun. And this game's about fun, dude. Why would you do that to yourself? Prime continuity and prime vigor. Addiction. Intensify. Sturch. I could go for a little bit of efficiency, I guess. But since I haven't really used her, I'm trying to make more of a balanced build. Strumlin. What is it? Augur Secrets? Yeah, Augur Secrets. Circuits. One more slot. That's actually a pretty decent all-rounder build. Oh, right. Almost forgot. I don't know how our energy economy is, so... Okay, so we're good. She's a lower armor frame in the first place, so I don't think that buffing her armor is really going to give me much here. Thing about Skyblock is, if you want to reach true endgame, you have to collect all the infinity stuff. You'll have to spend several hundreds of hours. That just sounds like classic Minecraft. Do you remember classic Minecraft before, like, all of the exploits and all the everything was found? Dude, grinding up was fucking bitch and a half. Finding diamonds before you could find them in chests in the wild was such a pain in the dick. Like, dude, it sucked. Back in my day, we couldn't just pick up diamonds in chests. We had to mine them with our own two hands. You kids have it so good nowadays. You don't even know. You won't know the suffering. Alright. Kind of tempted for Guardian or Grace. Grace. Oh, I only have 320 health. Ooh, she's a shield frame, isn't she? Barrier. And I didn't see any hard survivability over here, so she's gonna be interesting, unless I'm completely reading her kit wrong, which is possible. I have completely read kits wrong in the past, so we'll go ahead and see how Gyre is. Oh, I love that Cyandana, especially with that ephemera. The way it loops over. Oh, it's just so pretty. Pretty frame. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Didn't get a chance to build the Alternox yet. I suppose that's going to be the next thing I try and do. Just missing some Lanthorn, some Argon, and some Thrax. I have like 1,100 hours in this. I started like 4 months after release. When did Skyblock release? I don't know much about the game. I'm gonna be absolutely upfront with you, my guy. Don't know much about it. Just what you've told me. And various random things I've seen. But I can understand needing a big time sink to be really decent at endgame or anything with a game, because I have... what's the count at, fellas? Let's see the current count. 3,371.7 hours in Warframe. So, I understand where you're coming from. Oh, she has a custom dash! Oh, DE, you know just how to tickle my no-no zone. Any frame that has a custom dash, I will automatically just fucking love, because I love it. Okay, but wait, hold on. Does that dash actually have iframes attached to it? Like, is this a Bloodhound step situation? I wonder. Ooh, and since it's a dark environment. Oh, the lighting on her skirt and her gems and her helmet. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, she's so pretty. You can't see the ephemera here for some reason, but oh man, she's so pretty. June 11th, 2019. Okay, so it was a little bit after I started Warframe. I think I started June of 2018 on Warframe. Let's go for something simple. No. Yeah. Something simple. Simple exterminate mission. In and out, 15 minutes, right? I'm gonna die. Alright, let's see how Gyre handles. Started Warframe like August 2016? Gotcha. Wait, hold on. I'm rolling solo, so I can check this. What's my passive? Gyre's abilities have a 10% chance to deal critical damage for each electoral status that affects the enemy. Wait, what? Oh, really? Oh, I like these. I actually really like these. She's kind of an area of denial frame. Unfortunately, I don't have self-heals. Because I don't believe I have my... I do not. Well, this is going to be awkward. Okay. So I'm seeing how she can stack damage. Let's see what the rest of her kit can do after I'm done leveling it, shall we? Because if you hit them, if you bonk them straight on the noggin with that thing, it is devastating. Wake up! Grab a brush, put on a little makeup. Yeah. I know what to do. Strip its armor. Hey, bitch! You're a little late waking up. Ah, shit. Reload. Sit down. Dimensional orbs! Don't you start yelling at me about orbs, sir. Wreck yourself. Why am I not seeing your health gauge? Is that a bug? I think that might be a bug. Give me your orb, sir! Or madam. Can't really tell which. Thank you. Mine now. Gibbs. Thank. Okay, Coil Horizon. Holy shit, that's got some range on it. That does have some range on it. Ooh, that's a nice burst too. And you can manually detonate those? Neat. Okay. Oh, one of you. I am unimpressed. Fuck off. Ah, yes, the Thrax. Such a threat, such a threat. Yeet. I like it. I like it. It's like a, it's a burst boobin grenade. I can dig that. Be able to do some silly stuff with it later on. Bonk. That's actually really interesting, because if you bonk him with it, it does a stupid amount of damage. And it's a great way to flush enemies out from behind cover, as long as they're not, you know, the, those guys. The Eximus. You pricks. Last gasp. It's a good way to gather people up. I can dig that. I wish I got some sort of shield, but I feel like I should get some sort of shield buff while I'm standing inside my one. I don't know why I feel that. Maybe it's because I'm used to Bastille, but I feel that that should be a thing that happens. Bye. It's a great way to flush people out from behind cover as long as they're not an Eximus unit. Neato. This isn't so much to level Gyre as it is for me to get a feel for her skills. Plus, I need stuff that they have here anyway. Ah, yes, the eternal backtrack because I left one or two enemies alive. Let me just go and take care of that real quick. Hey, anyone alive down here? Yep. And there's somebody alive down there. How did you get here? Ah, you fell. Where are you taking? Oh, it also destroys crates. Good to know. So you can use that to pull people into the field of your one and have them incapacitated. Rad. I like it. Or pull them in and then bonk them with your one. That's also an option. Could you, like, not, please? Thank you. I hit him so hard his ghost fell backwards. Pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to do that. How do I get in there? I always forget the ways into these little side rooms. Is it over here? No, it's not over here. Shut up. Oh well, I'll just grab this one. Star's a star, right? That's not a star. Where's a star? There's a star. Give me a star. Yay, star! But how do in? How do in? These are sentence. Yes. I English good. Huh. Yeah, well. I think I'm good on 9 out of 10 stars at the moment. At least good enough that me running through there would be silly. Bomb. That wouldn't be a bad time to start. Well, you see, the problem is I've got deployment going, and you're talking about like a long-term commitment here. I don't want to start that with deployment looming just over my head. I want to start that with like me having just gotten back and me having time, you know? Like, I want to be able to give it the attention that you're saying it deserves. You dig? I don't want to start and then come back and have no idea what I have or what I was doing. And I don't want you to give me everything so I can get a fresh start. Wow. Whoa. For just shock procs, that's actually really cool. It does quite a decent bit of damage if you conk him on the head, and I'm not even built for power. Hey, buddy. Right into the orb. Like, that's a decent bit of shock proc damage at this level, especially with the armor they have. And it's actually critting. Neato. Bet you felt really tough when you came around that corner, huh? I love this gun. Have I mentioned that I love this gun? Because I love this gun. This gun's so good. I love the Quellor. It's so nice. Get out from cover. You don't do cover here. If I give you some starter gear for what you decide you want to do when you do start, I got you, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Man, that's good at gathering people up. Go away. I didn't need your plasm. Swear to God. Oh, it doesn't flush them entirely if they're on the other side. Okay. So throw it up and behind their cover, and that'll suck them right out. Gotcha. And we've unlocked the 3. Okay. Alright. Ooh, that gives me quite a bit of a boost. Sir, I don't need to strip your armor to get rid of you. You're pathetic. Power creep in this game is insane. Yeah, I played a bit of the new PvP in 2B2T, and it was, gotta tell you, I never thought I'd have to fight with ender crystals. That wasn't a thing I thought I'd have to do. But apparently that's just the norm there. Break yourself. Huh. Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true. The client I was playing on was on a friend's computer, though. I got a fucking... Hey, thanks for the Gyre blueprint. Fuck. Oh, man. Hilarious. Thanks. Thanks. No, really. I appreciate that. means a lot. All right, so just let me check these real quick. All right. Would you prefer to make all right money with a chance to get an RNG drop and get a lot of money, or do something that is constant, good money, and not RNG based? So that depends on the gap and the probabilities. Like, if we're talking like doing a run on a dungeon that takes 5 minutes and I have a 30% chance to get like a whole lot more money than the constant, or doing a run that takes 10 minutes but I make like a consistent good money, I'd have to really think about it. It depends on how much better the RNG hit is and how much of my time I'm willing to give to it. Yeah, so that's what I thought I was getting. Duration 12.4 seconds, duration per kill 4.65, and I killed a whole bunch of people, so I got like a longer duration on it, which is neat. I like that. That's cool. It's actually a bit lower. RNG drops are actually like 0.5%. Oof. How much better is the RNG drop? And how many runs of consistent scoring would I need to make an equivalent amount of money? Because it's all risk, reward, time. That's kind of what you have to balance out. So Gyre is range, duration, and a bit of power is what I'm seeing. I already have prime continuity on there. Augur message over Augur secrets in this case, because the power isn't really what's needed, it's the duration that's needed, and a flat plus 32% crit chance isn't bad at all. What was it before? Yeah, that's 38. That's an extra 6%. That's not too impressive. So we want to go with more duration and maybe a smidge more range if I can fit it. We're gonna sacrifice our efficiency a little bit for Augur Reach. Let's do Streamline. Drop my efficiency a bit, bring my range up to a point where I'm able to snag enemies clear across the room with that 21-meter pole. That's not bad. Let's see. The RNG drop on the 6th floor is 190 million. The RNG drop on the 7th floor is 930 million. Oof. The average drop is 1 out of 550. So 1 out of every 550 runs is the average drop. And how much is the consistent money? How much does the consistent money give you? And how many runs would you have to do of consistent money to make that 930 million? It's all cost benefit, dude. I have been playing games that require grinding for too long, I think. Like, I'm instantly, in my head, I'm crunching numbers like, well, it would have to be at least this much for it to be worth it to do the consistent. My brain's like, shut up, you're not even playing the game, what's wrong with you? Ooh, I unlocked Rotor Swell. Ooh, it looks neat. It really does. Spins at incredible speeds, generating an electric field that shocks nearby enemies. When Gyre gets a critical hit, a large electrical discharge. Yeah, this is the one that kind of relies on cathode grace. With a decent party, the average run is like 7 minutes to 15 minutes, and you can get some drops that aren't RNG based that are worth a bit. Yeah, but when you were talking about consistent money, how much would you say consistent money that's not RNG based? Like per run, what would you say the consistent money would be? If I have to do 30 million an hour, well, let's see, that's at least 30 million, 10, 20, 30. 31. That's at least 31 hours to earn that 930 million. And that's about 30 runs? No, that's more than that. That's a lot more than that. Ooh, a max setup costs like 2 billion. Woof. That's big number. So hit that RNG and you're already almost all the way halfway to a 2 bill, which is the max rank setup, right? All right, we're gonna go back out there. We're gonna test full kit, and I'm gonna see how I like Gyre's kit. Because, you know, kit synergy is everything, and I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. For somebody without hard survivability, she was surviving better than I thought she would.
All my days, our Oregon overlords towered over us, and I woke to
Good to be
find
honest, when I first saw this mission, I read it as wake and bake.
down overgrown weeds.
Mining costs a lot more to invest in, but dungeons take time to learn. In dungeons, you can find secrets, and they give you score. The higher the score, the better chest you get, and the RNG drops are locked in the high score chests. So if you have a shit party member that dies a bunch, you can't get the good drops. Ah, I see what you're saying. You're trying to get a squad together. You're trying to sucker me in to be the next person in your squad. Is that it? I'm on to you, Logan. I'm honestly okay with that. I tried to pull average into Warframe, but he said something about live service eating his soul, so, you know. Bup, bup, bup. Is it just me, or did I not get a readout at all for Cathode Grace? Spinny spin time! Holy shit! Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Hey, that was rude. Spinny spin time. There are mods that you can get that show you where the secrets are, and they make it a lot easier. I highly recommend getting mods for Skyblock because they make it 1000% better to play with. So is Skyblock turning into Hypixel pretty much? Is that what I'm picking up from here? So my killing slowed down a little bit, and I think that's what got rid of my Cathode Grace buff, because I thought that Cathode Grace wasn't active, because I thought it would have a max of 12 seconds, but I think each kill actually extended me past the maximum. Which is, Cowabunga Radical, dude. Fuck off. Hey, some Lanthorn. I need that. Spinny spin time! Oh wait, my Cathode Grace is still active. I thought it died out, but no, it tops out at 60 seconds, it's looking like. I can rapid fire this shit. Don't you try and dodge me. Loser. So my Cathode Grace is still active, right? Because I see my duration there. Keep on... Yeah. Yeah, ability in use. Okay, so it's still active. I thought it had died out. But no, because I cranked in so much duration, it actually goes past the initial 12-second max. That's good. There's some abilities that you can only refresh up to the maximum, and I thought this would be one of them. But instead they did the fun thing and let you just stack it up to 60 seconds. You know, for the lulz. Because you can. So that just turns my gun into a crit beast, which was an impact slash beast, but hey, you know, I guess that's good too. Bop. And her 3 synergizes with her 2, or with her 4, very well. Because as long as you're landing those crits that you should be getting with Cathode Grace, you are shocking everything. That is so cool. Okay, I really like that. That's a really good synergy. I dig that. I like the 2 in its utility in drawing things together. And I like the 1's damage, but it doesn't really gel with the synergy with the rest of it. I don't know. It seems like there's such a good synergy between your 4 and your 3 that you'd think there'd be something in between all of them, but there's not. Like Gyre's 1 synergizes with her 4, synergizes with her 3, or is it 2? Yeah, her 2. But with this one, it's just the 2. I don't know, maybe I'm spoiled for synergy. But I do know that my Cathode Grace has not finished its cycle yet. It's still running from when I initially cast it, which is impressive to say the least. Hey, wake up. You gonna get up or what? I did hit X. I pressed X. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. There he is. Hey, there goes all your armor. Bitch. Mid jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your balls. Give me your orbs. Surrender the orbs. Thank you. I was surrounded by XMI. No, I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. Come on, you little bastard. There we go. So useful for self-revives. Down on the ground. Stop resisting. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Max buff. These guys in the spheres, I swear. Get out of here. Go away. No one likes you. He says as he shrugs it off. Okay, so the initial duration is 12 seconds. After that, you can boost it by killing things. And it maxes out at 60 seconds, it looks like. Spears. So that's a great synergy between her 4 and her 3. Not so much synergy between anything else. Damn it. I just wasn't paying attention. That is the only reason I died. Break yourself. I didn't break them. I told them to break themselves. Come on, man. Keep up. Like that constant shock you get from crits. Very nice. See, I wasn't paying attention during my other last gasp, otherwise I would have been practically immortal. I keep forgetting how to apply it correctly because I'm new to using it now that I've set it up. God, and this isn't even a crit-based primary fire weapon. This is a crit-based secondary fire weapon. The primary fire is mostly stat. If I'm able to get this many crits off of my 3, that's just cake. If I were using this with something with a Trumna, it would be absolutely banana sandwich. Well, I was hoping for some Lanthorn. Oh well. It is nice that that gathers up pickups. I do like that very much. The fuck you say to me? That's what I thought. I was hoping for a little more Lanthorn, but oh well. I'll take what I can get. Is anyone else kind of weirded out that they can open those spatial rifts at will? Because I'm kind of freaked out by that. Seems like something an angel should be able to do. Not something a normal person who's feeding off of my energy should be able to do. They're literally bending time and space. That takes a lot of power, right? Hey, 4 more Lanthorns. That's not bad. Hypixel is a server with a bunch of game modes you can play. Skyblock is its biggest game mode, averaging like 35,000 players on peak hours. 20,000 to 35,000. The server itself averages around 55,000 players. Yeah, but the Hypixel crew are making their own game, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, do you think they're going to incorporate Skyblock into the standalone that they're making, or is Skyblock going to be its own thing as well as what they're doing with what is it? Hytale, I think they're calling it. Hytale. Oh yeah, that was supposed to drop in 2020. I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Hytale that they're calling it. God, this looks so good. She's so pretty. I love her. I like her synergy between her 3 and her 4. I think if I were to Helminth out anything, it would probably be her 1. It does good damage and it has good crowd control, but crowd control is provided by the 2, and the 3 and the 4 synergize so much. Why would I want to get rid of either of them? So I'd probably Helminth out the 1, give her a little bit of survivability. You know, I'm gonna be absolutely honest. There aren't many Helminth survivability options aside from Gloom. But Gloom would actually fit. Gloom would fit her pretty well. Gloom fits every frame pretty well. It's so good. And the reason I always preach about Gloom being like good is it's that right, you know, that right spot of something that's good in a game where you're not like, man, this is some overpowered bullshit. This is gonna get nerfed. And you're not, man, this is like, why would I even use this? It's right at that sweet spot of effective enough to be usable in almost every kit, but not so effective that you're like, yeah, why would I never run this? It's now, you know what is absolute bullshit? Breach Surge. Breach Surge is too good. That one, it always blows my mind that they pre-nerfed Roar, but they put Breach Surge out for a helmet ability without any alteration whatsoever. Because if you look at Breach Surge a little bit, it's kind of crazy. Hey, Gyre, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hey. Might as well do my quota for... Ooh, I'm actually near cap. I can actually start buy stuff. I should probably do that. We're just experiencing Gyre. Wait. Oh, that is the air dodge. Oh, it's so nice. A lot of their teams working on Skyblock right now. I got you.
I thought loading myself with explosives and going out in a blaze of glory was the perfect way for a guy like me to go. But it didn't solve a damn thing.
I'm shocked. You mean blowing yourself up didn't fix everything? Goodness me, what a surprise. All right, what do I want to trade up for? Built it, built it, built it. Gonna build it, built it. What class do you like to play in MMO games? It really depends on the MMO. I know I was big on Werewolf in Elder Scrolls Online, and I think that was the last of the traditional MMOs I played. I haven't played many other traditional MMOs since, because the other MMO I was big on was Spiral Knights, and Spiral Knights isn't really traditional. You've got gunners, bombers, swordsmen. You know, it's not really like healer, that kind of stuff. I might as well get the wrapped wing. I mean, I don't like it on this frame, but I can see a couple other frames it would be pretty cool on. I do sort of, I wish the other arms at least had some kind of motion to them instead of just kind of hanging there, but that would be a lot to ask, I suppose. God, this idea looks good. All right, we're gonna get just, well, let me take a look at the high ticket items first before I start spending on my dosh. Yep. I love that dodge. It's so good. It's so good.
You got a minute, Tenno?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think out of everyone here,
There's my buddy. They cut you from a different kind of cloth, didn't they? Shiny bright and tough as the devil's own ass.
I love her character. Her writing is good. I do not like her voice actress. It just doesn't fit for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe she'll grow on me. I haven't interacted with her much.
Transformation?
Nope.
Huh? It's your dorm zone. You're in charge.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start with, if the shoe fits, display it. Could have at least given me some fucking Air Force Ones, man. I'm paying $6,500 standing for these things. Could have given me some Air Force Ones, man. There's Archer, Berserker, Mage, Tank, and Healer. Healer's god awful. Mage costs over 1 billion to be effective. Yeezys! Yeah, but yeah, I'm not big on Yeezys, you know? You want to fight? You trying to be on World Star? God damn it. That video popped up in my feed the other day, and it gets funnier every time I see it. You the manager? Bread. I'll need to post that one in the Discord later. Oh, right. Flower bot. I haven't bought one of you yet, have I? You're so cute. If I didn't have the Ortis skin, I would want to take you everywhere because you're so fucking cute. I'm still gonna buy you, though.
Good choice.
Definitely gonna buy you. Little face. I mean, the little face isn't as cute on this misshapen mask they just drop it on, but look at that little face. Oh, it's so cute.
Ah, just don't ask Caballero to assemble it for you.
It's even got a little flower butt.
There. Perfect excuse for a party.
And one arm is a pruner and one arm is a watering can. I like that. That's kind of cute. I think the next thing I'm probably going to get is one of these, and one of these. Man, woman, and child.
You take care now.
Don't tell me what to do.
Still not used to the objects that have affected one another continue to affect one another even when they're separated. I've missed you.
That's actually kind of cute. Alright. I've missed you. I'm gonna assume that you missed me because of my wonderful company and personality, and not because of the fact that you literally need me to live. Thank you. Void plume trading.
Let's see what twisted wonders the void has created.
Anything that doesn't take Lanthorn, I will trade up.
Reconstruction of the past is
Because I'm not willing to trade any of my Lanthorn, because it is few and far in between. Ooh. Crest for a vein and some void gel orb.
you have specimens.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll take that.
deeply interested.
Why would I trade a Lanthorn to make a down? A down is the lowest tier. That's like, maybe I'd trade a couple for opinion, but for a down? No. So
Goodbye then.
mage takes a lot of investment is what you're saying. Healer is god awful. What about berserker, tank, and archer? I mean, they sound straightforward, but things aren't usually straightforward in an MMO, right? And I'm guessing healer is god awful because, you know, you're supporting your crew instead of... Archer is the strongest class in the game? Well, yeah. Typically, your range DPS is your powerhouse.
Gifted a second chance. I perceive two void silhouettes within you. Do you wonder which is the real one?
If there was if there's only one archer, you get a 50% damage increase, but if there are multiple, you don't get that buff, and it's also the most powerful class in the game. Well, yeah, your range DPS, either archer or mage, I would peg for the most powerful, because typically your range DPS is just so dominant that all the other classes are kind of in comparison. The most powerful and the most played. So you're probably never going to get that damage buff, is what you're saying. I'm sorry, I'm still a little let down by that MR29 test. That was a bit of a letdown for me.
Until you next return.
Oh, you can make your own parties, but it's typically a party of 4, right? That's the standard number. And kick out other archers. Gotcha. But if you have a good archer and another good archer, wouldn't their overall damage still be more than that 50% buff? Parties of 5 in dungeons. That's a weird number. She's pretty. I really like her. I dig her. Gyre gets a, if I were to give her a grade on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say she's a solid 7.5 right now. I'm docking a couple points because of the lack of synergy between her 1 and her 2, really. That's it. You know what? Actually, an 8. I'm just gonna dock her a couple points for that synergy. That's about it. No. 7.5. Docking her 2.5 points. I'm gonna dock her 1.5 points for lack of synergy between her 1 and her 2. Really, you could swap these out with almost anything, and this is her main synergy buff right here. And then the other 1.5 is because she has no hard survivability. And you guys have heard me go on about hard survivability and squish frames. She's got to have some sort of hard counter survivability to make her viable, and she doesn't have it without Helminth. And she needs it because she's a little squishy. I had to juke and jive a little bit more than I usually do to get her to live. And it's like, it's a more active play style, but it's also irritating when you have a frame like Gauss, who looks like he should just shatter on impact, have his impact armor. You know, he's got that hard survivability. It's why I really wish there were more hard survivability abilities in Helminth, because there aren't any really. Like, look at it. You got Blood Altar, which isn't really hard survivability. It's just going to keep you alive as long as you're in the Blood Altar and restore your health. That's not hard survivability. It's more soft survivability. If something can one-shot burst you down, then you're still dead. Same even with Gloom. That's just healing you, and it's got CC, so it's a little bit of survivability through your CC, but other than that, you're out of luck. Like, if we had the what is it with Gauss? His impact armor, or Rhino's armor, or an ability like that somewhere in here, I'd very much like that, so that we could have hard survivability we could put on squish frames. But we don't really have that. Or even Gyre's 2 would be nice instead of Spectral Rage. But a lot of people are so hard up on Spectro Siphon, they'd probably complain. Tank is the most cost effective. It's one of the least played classes, but for any high tier floor, it's basically a requirement. Well, yeah. You live and die by your tank, because at that point, it's the only one that can take the damage, right? Like, there is no real hard survivability here at all. Well, who needs defense and hard survivability when you could just, like, kill the enemy? Yeah, that's cool, but if the enemy's able to one-shot you, eventually one of those shots is gonna hit. Statistically, eventually you're gonna get shot. And I'd rather survive the hit than just get domed in one shot on Steel Path, thank you. Berserker has insane lifesteal. You just run around and kill shit. That sounds like a Berserker. In the higher tier floors, you have an axe and a high damaging sword, and you throw the axe and swap to the sword, and it deals the damage of the sword. Ooh. So you tomahawk that shit at them, and it does the damage of the sword if you swap over to the sword? That's rude. That's very rude. I'm gonna do my weekly IATN real quick. So aside from Skyblock, how you been, Logan? How has your summer vacation been?
Welcome to Maru's Bazaar.
I really wish this was an omnidirectional dodge, so that I could jump in the air and teleport upwards instead of just forwards. That would be nice. Ah, yes. A fellow Tenno of culture, I see. Oh, that's one of the Tenno Gensai Bandanas, isn't it? The twin swords? If those were a weapon, I would like it, because that's a really cool skin on those swords.
Hey, welcome to Monkey for you. I've got a that's a
Pretty good? That's good to hear, man. What would you say was the highlight of your summer? Aside from doming somebody in Skyblock.
Okay, the IATN treasure's marked on your map. Time to go to work.
Oof. Like, at low levels, this thing's gonna slap. But at higher levels, it's just kind of meh. Her one, I mean. Her one is what I'm talking about. And maybe, like, if you had her 4 active, casting her other abilities would increase the range. That would be an interesting synergy, I think.
Was also known for its security apparatus.
The fuck you say to me? Like, if you get a good crit hit on one enemy with the 4 up, it will absolutely decimate. Which is great. I like that. There's just not much synergy between the other ones. I didn't even need to do that. I'm just being an asshole now. He's poor corrupted. They have no idea the tomfoolery about to be unleashed. Yes, good. It's not about the damage, it's about sending a message. I'm gonna open these just as I can. I never do when I go through here.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Don't look now, tin stuff. There's an Iatan.
Ugh, the worst Iatan. What am I doing? I like that. That's good. Means I don't have to risk triggering these anymore. See? Much easier. Oh, I like how it actually gathers up the shards of the containers too. Your favorite part was not going to school? Come on, you're setting your sights low, my guy. What was something good that happened to you? What was something fun? By the time you start, I should have Hyperion at this rate. Is Hyperion the best? Surprised you don't already have it. You got 1,100 hours in, my guy. Hey, shut up. All those bullets and just one of mine domes them. I love this gun. This is a good gun. I like the Quellor. Again, I cannot believe I slept on this baby for as long as I did. Just the alt fire and the perfect automatic fire, and it's so good. It's so good. I'm gonna run this gauntlet real quick. Actually run it instead of just skipping through. So if you hit that, now you have to turn back around and hit that. Or was that not the way to clear it? I got those backwards, didn't I? It was hit that one, hit this one, and then hit that one. Gosh darn it. Both rooms are sealed. Oh well, too late. YouTube is gonna censor me, and it's gonna make me rage poop. Logan found out he secretly has anime. I'll be able to help you with all the new player shit, which is the $1 billion mage weapon. It's widely considered the best weapon. I had it. Oh, is that the one you had and you sold? Oh, I'm so sorry. Logan found out that he secretly loves anime. It's not a secret. I know that he's lurking in the weeb containment zone all the time like, yeah. Sure do love that Spy X family. That is a wholesome show is what that is. Love it so much. Oh, you sold it for 700 million and now it's up to 1 billion. Oof. I just like how it leaves a pile of debris behind. I didn't even have to do that. I'm just an asshole. Oh, you sold it for 300 million and now it's up to 1 billion. Oof. By the way, hello Spanky. Hello Heavy. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hello. Fuck inflation. I don't know, man. I keep being told by CNN that inflation is no big deal. You know what I mean? I keep being told that it's not a problem and that it's transitory. And well, okay, now it's not transitory, but it's still not that high. Okay, maybe it's the highest it's been since like the Great Depression, but really it's not that bad. And you should eat the bugs and live in the pod, you bigot. I mean, what? Huh? What? Huh? You will own nothing and you will be happy. I mean, what? It's strange. Last time you streamed Warframe, I was eating chili mac because I had a hankering for it. I again am eating chili mac and stale toast for that extra oomph. It's because I secretly have your house monitored every 24/7, and the second I see you reaching for the chili mac spoon, I'm like, all right, Warframe stream, go, go, go. That's what it is. It's I've got you on lock. I specifically do this whenever you're eating chili mac. You caught me. You caught me. Now I'm gonna have to have the CIA go and mind wipe you. You know too much. Wait, I do have a chili mac spoon. Aha! See? You're reaching for it. I knew it. Operation Dawnseeker has been compromised. Move on the target. Go, go, go. I mean, what? How you doing, Spanky? Just to hold very still for the next 15 seconds. Spanky immediately drops to the ground. No! I have half a mind to fly to Detroit to get a special edition pressing of Sleep's remastered Dope Smoker album. They can't ship it because it has actual weed leaves embedded in the vinyl. Wait, I thought weed was legal in Canada. And what do you think you're gonna do? Take apart the vinyl and smoke it? Also, I have never heard of that band at all. I'm sorry. Counselor Vahek is kind of a dick. Okay. I need to complete sorties, 3 wagers in a row without letting the enemy score, and 1 match the index. 8. Oh, I need to finish 8 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught anyway, don't I? Huh. Well, shoot, I might as well do that. Oh, feed the Helminth any resource. I might as well do that too. I'll go ahead and feed you some synthetics. How about you go ahead and munch on some neural sensors. Enjoy that. Okay. What else we got? Gonna have to steadily finish sorties this week. Kill enemies with blast damage and toxin damage. Boo! Boo! Plains of Eidolon ore, Sanctuary Onslaught. We'll do our Sanctuary Onslaught real quick since I'm leveling Gyre anyway. We'll do a few of Sanctuary Onslaught. Yeah, it's legal, but because of some issues, since you guys don't have it federally legal, it can't be brought across the border. Also, they can't ship that album across state lines for the same reason. That's so dumb. I don't know, are you really willing to go to Detroit for an album? Because that's dedication and more power to you, but, you know, counterpoint, it's Detroit, man. You're gonna be lucky to get out of there alive. They're gonna see you and be like, he's Canadian. Get him. Detroit had a higher casualty rate than Afghanistan. I just want to remind you of that. Jesus Christ, stop shooting me directly with that goddamn thing. It's so irritating when people spam the Tonkor at you. Or not the Tonkor, but the Tsar, the Kuva Tsar. Like, that shit is blinding, man. I get it, you're happy with your boom boom explode, but man, I can't see. I do wish her 4 had something like the other ones where it was every time you kill, it extended the duration. Like, same as her 3. I would like that. I feel that it should have something like that, you know? Something to extend or refresh the duration. works every time. Yeah. Blinded. Rank 19. I think we're gonna drop at least one Forma into her. Just because I like her. 7.5 isn't a bad grade for a frame that's still relatively new. And I like that synergy that she has between her 3 and her 4. I really do. Her 4 though needs something to refresh. Jesus Christ, I can't see. Needs something to refresh that duration. I feel that that would really make it shine. Or maybe a longer duration, or being able to recast while it's still up. Her 3 though is perfect. Her 3 though is perfect the way it is, because being able to just kill and extend the duration the way it is, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. You can hire me as personal security. Yeah, hey, might need you. He's just a poor little moose munch. I don't know how good he'd do in tough old Detroit all by himself. It's a rough place out there, man. I'm gonna call you that from now on, by the way, Heavy. You are now Moose Munch. I can bring my shot timer and time my splits. See, just think of it as training for actual hard targets. Rank 20. So you can have a maximum of 3 out at the same time of your arc spheres. Alright. I do love the effect, but I feel that while I'm standing in this sphere, I should be restoring my shields. I just... something about it. I don't know if it's Bastille, like I said before, or what, but I feel that while I'm standing there, I should be restoring shields. I also feel that her shield should be a little higher, you know? She is an energy-based frame. Energy-based frames are typically, you know, low armor, high shields. That kind of thing. Wait, how am I out damaging everyone, including the AoE spammer? I don't understand. Oh, by the way, a transferable M16 came through the gun store I worked at this last weekend. Really? Ooh. Did you buy it? Just curious. Because I fucking would. They're so pretty. Especially if it was transferable. I actually am learning quite a bit about what it takes to get an automatic weapon, because I really want an AM-180. You know, the American 180. They're so nice. I know it's just a 22, but it's a swarm of lead bees, basically. And, gotta tell you, the more I read about how to get one, the more pissed off I am at any gun law that exists. They make it, like... There have been maybe 2 or 3, like, high-profile mass shootings with an automatic weapon. But they are so difficult to get because they say, oh, well, it's for the safety of the people. I'd feel a lot safer if I had a MAC-10 or an MP5. I'd feel a whole hell of a lot safer. Wouldn't you? I'd feel safer if, when the Federales decided they'd kick down my door, I also had automatic weapons to face off against them. That's what it's about. It's about you not having the same guns the people kicking in your door have. Oy. Okay, now that we've got the feds listening, hey guys, so I was wondering, what would I need to do to get a job after I get... Like, god damn it, not another job question. Hate these bastards. They say all the trigger words to bring us in, and they do absolutely none of the extremist shit. Here I was thinking we finally had someone who would be willing to shoot up a place again, deliver them a fresh new Daniel defense, tell them to go nuts. Rank 25. It was a transfer for a customer, so it belonged to someone else already. It had the original weird plastic wood furniture on it. Oh, that's kind of rare to find the original still, isn't it? Typically, it's all aftermarket shit nowadays. Like, if you mind your P's and Q's about your 3, it will never go down. It's really neat. And since it gives you that nice bonus on energy regeneration, it's definitely worth it to use. Because as long as your 3 is up, your energy is pretty much golden. So I can tank my efficiency, I think. Because my 3 lets me, my 3 lets me just kind of laugh at efficiency. Like, that's some decent energy regen right there. Like, just for a passive energy regeneration, that's really good. I love this gun. This gun's so good. And just hitting a crit on one enemy with your 4-up makes all the enemies around them just stroke out. It's so nice. $27. Plus, it makes your skirt do the little flaily dealy do. Look at that. Flaily. I like it. Wop. I wonder what the energy regeneration is for my 3. Oh, you you can recast your 4 while it's active. Well, that's neat. It also turns any single target weapon into an AoE weapon, which is, you know, pretty fucking nice. So the Space AK lives, Spanky. You just need a crit Space AK and Gyre, and you are good to go, because it suddenly makes any weapon into an AoE weapon. What? Kuvatankor? No, I got my old Space Kalishnikov. Let's do this. Oh, that's not AoE. It doesn't have to be. Plus, the good thing is her 4, the ability that makes that happen, her 4 is her helmet ability. So, you know. $29. Damn it. I'm gonna have to go through a whole nother level. Max rank. Alright, I don't have to go into a whole new level. I can survive in Detroit. I just gotta say, yo, what's up? Bloods for life, am I right? And you just happen to do it in the one Crips neighborhood, and you are just done. For life. You're gone. Well, I guess for what's left of your short life. It's pretty easy to get one, assuming you can afford it. Transferable AR lowers are like 20k alone, and a full rifle that's collectible, that's like 60k easy. Yeah, no, but that's what I meant with hard to get. When I say hard to get, I don't mean like they are rare to find, because really you can find anything pretty easily nowadays with the advent of the internet. No, I'm talking like you gotta have some serious scratch, man. And if you don't, good luck. Okay, so at max rank, duration 39 seconds, that's pretty decent. Range 7 meters. When Gyre gets a critical hit, a large electrical discharge will chain from the enemy that was hit to nearby enemies. Just discharge damage 650. But I think that might be a little misleading, because that 650 was definitely much higher when I was getting that crit. You can save money by buying your guns from the Hells Angels. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please. Gain a brief burst of increased critical chance and energy regen with each kill, extending the duration of cathode grease. Casting is on a cooldown. Energy rate 1.95. That's pretty decent. I think I could amp it up just a little bit though. I think I want to swap out my flow for a Augur Secrets. So that tops out my energy rate at 2.31 a second, combined with Energy Siphon. That's actually almost 3 a second. So it's nice that I'm actually able to make use of Energy Siphon. That's pretty cool, since she has no channeling abilities. It's going to be constant energy regen for me. Rotor Swell. That ups my... oh, wow, that's pretty wide discharge range, too. Neat-o. Alright, let's drop a 4 menu, shall we? We'll drop a 4 menu just so we can open up this slot right here for your Exilus. What do we want to forma? What do you guys think I should forma in here? I could drop in Umbral Intensifier right now, to be absolutely honest. And then Forma the adaptation slot, because I don't drop as much as I like Gyre. I don't typically drop, let me say, Umbral Forma on a non-prime frame, because I hate losing that. I hate the thought of losing that later on, you know? Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and boom. Done. And then if I drop in one more Forma for stretch, I'll be able to put something up here. That's still a decent burst of power. Like, this is rank 2 because I'm only MR 29, but once I hit MR 30, this will be max rank the second I go out. I don't know, her base helmet is nice. It's got a little secondary face on it, but her secondary helmet is just... I like it. Reminds me a lot of the Alien Queen from Aliens. Very much so. Also, hey, did you guys watch Prey? 'Cause it... Full disclosure, Prey, and I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, not as bad as I thought it would be. But, and there's a big old but there, it is not deserving of all the praise it is getting. It is not the best Predator movie since Predator 2. There is no way that Dutch's fucking slab of beef ass was trading blow for blow with the Predator and getting, like, injured and hurt. And then you got this waifish girl going blow to blow with the Predator and just like, yeah, whatever. I don't even have a scratch on me. I'm good. I don't have a broken rib. I'm not being, like, you know, torn down or hurt in any meaningful way. I'm just dancing around. Yeah, no, that's not. That was really the part that I found the most egregious. And it kind of undersold the Predator because they're supposed to be masters in hand-to-hand combat and brilliant tacticians, you know? Like, it saw Dutch's trap and was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go around, you dumbass, after I beat the tar out of you. I don't know, that I kind of took umbrage with that bit. I'm gonna swap to the Trumna since it's already a crit weapon. We'll see how this one turns out. As somebody who's practiced hand-to-hand, I hated, like, it didn't make any sense to me. And that's a very small nitpick. The rest of the movie, good movie. For the most part. Like, the whole, I know I can be a good hunter because I know I can be a good hunter. Okay, that's cool and all, but, like, I don't think you understand that you're living in one of the most, like, dangerous times for anyone on the American plains, yo. Like, he was an unblooded Yuaja, so that would have been his first time hunting a sentient species. Yes, but remember, they are raised from birth on combat and hunting. So yes, he was unblooded, but he should not have been that unexperienced. There's a world of difference. I think I want to drop some fire rate in here. It's a bit of a nitpick, I know, but he felt too weak. If that makes any sense. I definitely want some fire rate on this. It shoots slow as heck. Maybe he was his planet's equivalent of a nerd, and that's why he got beat up so easily. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that. Why don't you just go hunt some Earthlings, you fucking nerd? God. Maybe even you, maybe you'd actually be able to handle that since it's easy mode. Meanwhile, his friends are watching for more. But like, oh my God! Not only did he get beat by an Earthling, he got beat by an Earthling female. You know they have like less muscle mass because like they're just going off of scientific data, and they're like, and the guy standing at the back's like, yeah, but like, she totally embarrassed him. I don't think we should go down there. I think we should wait at least like 200 years before we go down there. I really think Prey existed solely so that the flintlock pistol from Predator 2 could show up. I think that's the only reason Prey exists. But, and I want you to follow along with me here, all right? You guys have seen Predator 2 because you're men, and men have seen Predator 2. No. But if you haven't seen Predator 2, at the end, the Predators give one of the characters a flintlock pistol with an engraving on the side. At the end of Prey, she has the flintlock pistol with the engraving on the side from Predator 2. But remember, in Predator 2, it's the Predators that have that pistol. It's not a person giving it to the Predators, it's a Predator giving it to the person. And that means that after the events of Prey, the Predators just roll up, completely massacre the village, and take the pistol. Because that's the only way they could get it back. Meaning that the epilogue in all of our heads is, and then they were all mercilessly slaughtered by the Predator. The end. Dude. The fuck. Like, I get you were trying to go for the tie-in, but... the fuck. Also, allegedly, he was a desert... I'm sorry, I always butcher this one. Yoja, which was apparently a smaller, less adept species. That's why they're calling him a feral. Rudolph died in the books at sea, so it's lore-breaking even. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like, for the pistol to have been given back at the end of Predator 2, that means that they must have come and razed her village and her people to the ground. So that means they lose, right? Right? Like, am I missing something? That's not exactly the feel-good, happy ending that I was, you know, like, there's no triumph there, because in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, but y'all are fucked when the ship comes here. Because they're going to come here and they're going to take that pistol for a trophy, you dumb idiot. Or maybe they'll follow it up with a sequel and explain how it got back into Predator hands. I don't know. Alright, we're rolling Trumna. Well, they wouldn't have done that. Their honor code would force them to respect the girl who yeah, well... yeah, but... how else would the pistol have gotten back into Predator hands? That's literally the only way. And maybe they would have come back to hunt more of them, because yeah, maybe they wouldn't take her down from orbit. I'll give you that. Their honor code does dictate it must be a hunt. So what if they just showed up with a fully blooded hunter and then hunted them all to oblivion with a Predator cannon? Dude. Like, all I could think of during most of those fight scenes is, yo, if you had your shoulder cannon, she'd be fucking dead by now, bro. What I want to see is an Alien vs. Predator movie. Could be good since they haven't done one yet, right? There has never been an Alien vs. Predator movie. Not yet. There's no Alien vs. Predator movie. It doesn't exist, and it hasn't happened. And, yeah, hasn't been done yet.
You know it.
Oh, it hurts. Real talk, though, AVP was so fucking bad. It was really, really stupid. I'd like to see an Alien versus Predator movie where they don't try and shoehorn in people. I know what you're saying, like, oh, so it would just be like a bunch of predator clicking for like 2 hours? Yes, it would. But subtitles exist. And I'd like to see how they'd actually hunt and cull a xenomorph infestation. Cause that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so my energy regen is so high that I really don't have to worry about all that. Like, look how fast... guys, I want you to look real quick, alright? Check it out. I'm gonna try and deplete my energy as fast as I can. Look at it. Look at my energy. It's just... That's so good. That is so good. As long as you keep her 3 active, you have an almost limitless font of energy. Well, her 3 active and like a decent amount of power strength, I guess. If you pick power strength as your dumb stat, you're gonna have a bad time. Oh, we have a mirage here, so I don't have to try. Yay. Oh god, I gotta tell you, like, I understand the purposes behind Trip Trap, Mirage, and running this game mode, but they make the whole thing pretty boring. Like, I'm not, after they get a rotation going, I'm not even able to go and kill enemies. It's pretty, I might as well just stand here and kind of look at myself, because I look really cool. Because I do look really cool, but like... I like that her skirt is also wings. Like the way it kind of flares out with her 4. Oh, that's so cool. You see that? That's how you do a ballerina frame. She's even themed around spinning. I'm like Urelli. Ugh. I don't think I will ever stop trash talking Urelli until the day they give her like a decent kit that's not garbage. I'm never going to stop trash talking Urelli. Sorry, but she is the absolute pinnacle of form over function, and I hate her. I don't usually like using the word hate, but the combination of her quest to unlock her, plus how absolutely dismal she is herself, I feel that she might be one of the few frames that's earned the word. She's not fun, she's not enjoyable, and she's honestly kind of irritating. I guess I'll just sit here and look at myself. I just wish the acting in AVP was better, then it might have been okay, but the acting was like everyone's first time in front of a camera, and it was soulless. It was soulless and terrible. Like, there's soulless acting that can still be good. Like, if you're called for an empty, hollow, sociopathic role, it can be good. But AVP was bad. I would love to see an Alien vs. Predator movie that didn't bring people into it. It was just the aliens versus the Predator. I'd like to see who would win that fight. Like, legitimately. Like, maybe... And I know this is heathenous. Maybe a follow-up to AVP... where, yeah, the alien hatched out of his chest on the ship, right? Now, how did the Predator deal with it? Do they... And I know that there was some hints that either the ship crashed and blah, 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 and the alien... Whatever. Shut up. Retcon. You've done it before. Shut up. I'd like to see how the Predators would deal with a Nostromo incident, you know? Something like that. Something on that scale. Or hell, let's take it to the expanded universe here. See how they'd handle a Sevastopol station incident. Like how they'd handle a situation on that scale. What would their method be? Would they band into hunting parties? Would any of them panic at all? Are all of them perfectly equipped to deal with this? I'd like to see it. Well, we're never gonna see that in theaters because people will be like, but you have to have the human there because the human is relatable. Blech. Telling you, they do it every time. Boring as hell. AVP Requiem had predators fighting a pred alien, but that movie was really bottom tier garbage. Never seen it. After AVP, I decided I would not watch anything in that vein ever again. Because it was bad. And that one came out when I was still, like, young. And even then, I was like, nah, I can't. This is awful. I was inspired with neither the awe of aliens or the fear of Predator. Like, it just kind of left me here like, eh. It was bad. It was bad. Then I had, like, friends who were like, no, man, AVP's so good. The hell are you guys smoking? Yeah, it was real good. I got the PS2 game. You what? You what? I had to try to explain to him that the PS2 game was nothing like the movie. He was like, nah, man, this is basically it, right? I do love how the zoom on my gun is almost non-existent thanks to this ribbon. At this point, I'm trying to use my 2 to pull them away from the traps and save them. That's a little more interesting than just watching them perish over and over again. Just gonna sit here and admire myself. Since that's all I can do while Mirage is running rampant. Alright, I got 7 more levels.
The road to good intentions be
What's neat is if you crit hit them with a gun, and the lightning arcs and crit hits as well, it seems to create another arc based on the crit hit you get from the lightning. Since her ability shocks can crit as well. So that just creates a chain lightning clusterfuck. And I love it. Like the fury of Zeus himself. Oh, it seems that we have finally lost our Mirage, so that's cool. Like, shout out to all the Shimmer Trap Mirages, but my god, it's so boring to play with you guys. Like, you completely trivialize this game mode. And I understand it's because this is the one place where that augment shines. I get it, but still boring, so... Be it. That's a lot of red crits, baby. I'm guessing my 3 also boosts the crit rate of my sphere. Because that seems to be what I'm seeing here. Yeah, you think you're clever? You're not. Get out of here. $25. I'll go a couple more rounds. Why not? That energy regen is so nice. I think I might go in on a power strength build just to amplify that to its absolute peak. Because I can take the lack of some efficiency as long as I'm regenerating energy at this rate, right? Bob. $27. I really like the look of these two. It's so neat. I would love to get the orbiter decoration, but it's locked behind a money pack, and no thanks, dude. You couldn't pay me to do that. No thank you. That cash for an orbiter decoration? Hey, fuck off, lens users. These ones are mine. I gathered them fair and square. I'd like to see the franchise get as big as the Marvel Universe, so I can see Batman vs. Predator or Judge Dredd vs. Alien vs. Predator. Splice and dice. I would actually really like to see that. Because we had it in the comics, you know? We had it in the comics, and it never seemed to get beyond there, even though it definitely should have, because that would have been absolutely rad. Like, that would have been cool AF. But it never seemed to go anywhere. Should have. Absolutely should have. But it didn't. $28. Why are you guys spreading out so much, dude? I'm trying to stay within affinity range and they keep running out of it. Like that guy. Just now. 29. They just kind of explode when they get near me. I feel a little bad. Almost there. Get fucked. Don't know where the portal is appearing, but I don't want to appear in it. I am out after this round. That's me. Nope, not going over there. I just like how the skirt folds back in. It's so neat. No thanks. I'm done for now. Also, her little sleeves with her 3 active. That's pretty cool too. Will it though? All right. Garuda Prime, already built it. Tenora Prime Barrel, already built it, I think. Okay, now the question is, do I want to drop another Forma into Gyre? Did you see the new trailers for Black Myth Wukong? I have not. I'd like to see them though, if you're willing to share them in the Discord. Maybe swap out Augur Secrets for Blind Rage. Or Umbral Intensify for Blind Rage. And then Augur Secrets for an efficiency mod. Because I don't want to totally tank my efficiency here. That would be stupid of me. Energy rate 2.99 plus my 0.6. That's about 3.6, give or take. And then if I really want to get crazy... Oh, should probably swap those over. The game looks amazing, and the fighting transformations seem like a cool system. Was that the one I saw the other day of the guy fighting the dragon? Because I remember seeing one where a guy was fighting a dragon, and it had an excessive amount of, what's the right word for it? Distortion on some of the actions. Like, it was very, very clear distortions in the air. Like, a little bit of those are okay, but too many of them just makes it look cheap. Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game. Critical chance plus 99%. That's a plus flat 99%. I'm getting so many people trying to get me to click on cookie loggers and DMs, and it's hilarious. These people must live such a sad life. Oh my god. Wait, really? Isn't that, like, the most early 2000s trick in the book? Does anyone still fall for cookie loggers anymore? Because that's pretty ancient when it comes to trying to scam somebody. If I drop another V polarity here on continuity, That'd give me another 7 points. That's enough for me to put even more power strength right there. Or some more ability range. Or even like just my energy max could be good too. Really? They still, who falls for those anymore though? Like, I'd get it if people were still falling for it in droves, but they aren't anymore, are they? Are they? They really can't be. Not anymore, right? They can't be that dumb, right? I'm thinking about what I'm saying and I'm making myself a little sad. Like, I'm considering it as it's coming out of my face and I'm like, yes, they can. And you know they can. Don't lie to yourself. They can and are. They can be and are that stupid. And now I'm sad. No, I can guarantee they still get some people up on it. I can almost guarantee it. And it's just making me sad. It says Discord. What do you mean? Well, I don't want to be in your Discord, you nerd. That's what you should honestly tell him. Just be like, yeah, I know it says Discord. I don't want to be in your Discord, you nerd. I don't want to be in your Discord. God, what a loser. They know that you can just like copy that and put it in a link translator, right? All I really know of the game is that it's based on an old Chinese story that Dragon Ball was also based off of. You mean Journey to the West? Please don't tell me you just forgot the name of Journey to the West. It's like pretty much the only ubiquitous legend they have over there. Like this story of Sun Wukong is right up there with God, what's another good one? Miyamoto Musashi and the God, why did his book name just drop right out of my head? And The Art of War, but that one's not by Miyamoto. God, why? Somebody help me out here in chat. I know it's Rings, but I can't remember what it was. Hell. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm annoying myself with it. Give me a second. A Book of 5 Rings. Thank you. God. Thanks, Brave. Appreciate that. I feel like really stupid now that I had to look it up because I've read that book 3 times. I've read that book 3 times and the name was just like, it's pretty nice in your head, but I'm going to go somewhere else now. Okay, bye. I could not remember for the life of me what it was called. I could drop in another intensify. Oh, the power. I can feel it. I can feel it coursing through my veins. Oh my god. The Book of 5 Rings? Ain't that a Marvel movie? When I summon you from the Canada realm, Heavy, the first thing I'm gonna do is smack you upside your head for that one. Because it is absolutely deserved. How dare you? Just, how dare? God. Isn't that one about that Shang guy? You know, something Chi? How dare you? That's terrible. Ugh. See, but I know if oh wait, I don't have to form a... If I can form a for a dash polarity just as easily, because stretch is always going to be there. I don't want to forma in for a V, because if I drop blind rage, I won't have another V to really drop there. But if I forma in for a dash, my stretch is always going to be there, so I can do that. I'll drop in. What could go wrong with just one more forma? It's just one more forma. What's the worst that could happen? That one, yes. Okay, polarity's up. I should get 2 more points. That'll put me at 10. That's enough to drop something in the X-list slot. That's probably going to be... not coaction. Probably cunning drift to bring my range up to 190%. I already have it. Give me them creds.
Don't stop believing, dreamers.
Don't tell me what to do. Deceptive bond. It's such a garbage augment. 50% of damage Loki takes is transferred to decoy and vice versa. Hey, you know, you had me up until that very last sentence. That very last sentence kind of concerns me a little. Is it just me, or is the Trivelin and the Harlequin helmet pretty similar? Maybe it's just the top. I don't know. Flux, don't want it. Nyx Menticide, don't want it. Do we have anything good? Revenant Vania. Don't need it, really. Already built it. Don't need Vauban. So nothing really here this week. Could cash in on some Kuva. But I'll wait. But this set here, this Cogna set, I really like it. I can't wait to unlock the whole thing, because you've got like this earpiece that's on one side, which I like the asymmetry of. And then you've got this visor here, which is like cool as heck. Then you've got this this mask. Yo, and all 3 pieces together. Oh, that's gonna look so cool. Like the mask alone is pretty fucking cool, but all 3 of them together, that's gonna be great. That'll be my Power Rangers helmet. Oh hey, you can have ears like Nora Knight. That's kind of neat. I don't see the appeal of this operator set, except that it's very plain. And I guess some people are into that. Not for me.
It's time for Nora to say goodnight.
Also, the miracles of having a new monitor. If you look at the teeny tiny script in the lower left-hand corner, I am pulling down a steady 144 FPS. Because that is the max refresh rate of this monitor. Not capturing at that speed because, you know, my computer doesn't want to do that for some reason. But I am outputting at that, which is nice. It's nice that my graphics card is actually able to flex now a little bit. Now that I'm no longer constrained by the refresh rate of my monitor. Thanks for shooting me, buddy. I'm alive, you prick. I hate Kuva Brahma users so much. Note to self, completely turn off ally special effects and particle effects because AoEs just blind me. Gotta say, never liked Power Rangers. Personally, growing up, I was more of a big bad Beetleborgs kind of guy, because the Beetleborgs kicked ass. Don't say you didn't like the Beetleborgs, because that's just a lie. A lie I will be able to detect, because everybody liked the Beetleborgs who remembered the Beetleborgs, because they are the best. Oh, and of course, Kamen Rider. You know, if you want to be an adult and still watch Power Rangers, watch Kamen Rider, because Kamen Rider's pretty dang good. I would definitely recommend Kamen Rider if you want that kung fu action fix with live action and superpowers and Super Sentai. 10 out of 10. I think my favorite Kamen Rider so far is Kamen Rider Blade. It's interesting in that very much like the American Power Rangers, there's a loose canon where like a character from one series can show up in the other one, but for the most part, when you're talking like a run of a series, that's the story for that series and that's it. For the most part, at least. Still not as good as Beetleborgs though. Beetleborgs was the best. God, and you know what's crazy? Like, growing up, a friend of mine, named David, like, he was like my best friend, whose family was actually teaching me how to speak Vietnamese until, you know, we moved away. I still remember a lot of it. Anyway, he had like all the Beetleborg toys, dude. And now that I'm older, I can't even find any evidence of those toys ever existing. Like, I got nothing. I can't find nothing. Not a dang thing. Like, the internet's basically telling me Beetleborgs. Like, there was a show called that, but they never had merch or toys or anything. What are you talking about? But I remember vividly, he had, like, all the Beetleborg toys, man, and they were cool. Cool as heck. But the internet seems to insist that those Beetleborg toys just didn't exist. And I'm not talking like just action figures. Obviously the action figures are there. I'm talking like there were blasters and the Zords, although they weren't called Zords. Whole 9 yards. Can't find them to save my life. I don't know if it's because they're like super collector's items or maybe it was just some sort of childhood fever dream that I had. I love how you throw that detonated midair and someone yeets into camera from off screen like, hey! I seem to run into the room and everything dies. I feel kind of bad for him again. I just round a corner and I hear them explode, and I know it's my fault because nothing else is around. Yeah, I'm blind. Rank 19. Yeah, so overall, I'd rate Gyre at a solid 7.5. I feel she needs a little more synergy in her 1 and her 2. And she definitely needs some hard survivability. Like I said, with her 1, if you stood in it and it constantly regained like shields, or gave you constant overshields, or something like that, like fed into your shield somehow, maybe that. Have another shield-based frame. Like, yeah, it would be a bubble, and it would be a pain in the butt to step outside the bubble, and I get that, but it would be better than nothing. Because right now, she really doesn't have any kind of hard survivability, you know? Not a bad focused harvest. Rank 22. I'm just gonna let this Mirage Doer work. I don't know, man. Just seems kind of boring. No, no shields. They just all kind of go pop. Like, they just all kind of go pop. Boop. Alright, this should be the last round. Should be. Jesus, I can't say. Sure would love to have an enemy I could kill. There we go. Plus, I think out of all of her abilities, her 4 would work. Her 4 does work really well as a helmet ability, because it stands on its own the best. But I would say her 3 would be better than her 4 personally. I don't know why they picked her 4 instead of her 3. Her 3 would be absolutely incredible as a helmet ability, because her 3, with you being able to just kill things and refresh the duration, and it being a massive crit buff to anything you're using, like her 3 all around, that's the one. What are you all just hanging out over here? But the Mirage is over here. Nope, my 3 lapsed. $27. Like, they're out there killing everything, but they're not grouping up with us here, so it's just kind of splitting kills. And they're out of affinity range constantly, which is irritating as shit, because that means I need to do one more round at least. I do like that it's on any kill with Gyre, including if you get kills through your chain lightning. That's actually really cool. So if you get a good chain lightning, then you'll have 50 seconds duration right out of the box. It's cool AF, man. Oh, that door's locked. $29. Come on. So I've heard some rumors, and keep in mind, these are just rumors, from a friend of mine who's been a pretty decently reliable source in the past, that they're thinking of overhauling the Forma system for the game. And it's still going to be like it is now, in that it adds a polarity, but it's also going to be like you know how Paracesis is, where it gives you Paracesis, and I guess Necromex, they give you additional capacity, like additional levels past the max whenever you former them. Yeah, they're thinking about adding that to all gear, but apparently it's a bitch to run the programming for rollback. It also creates a whole lot of extra mastery. But they're talking about doing it for everything from frames to weapons to companions, which is interesting because that would be an incentive to forma every prime frame at least 5 times, right? For max capacity and max mastery. Just a thought. I think it would be pretty neat. Alright, I should hit that so I can get the rewards for round 6, huh? Yeah, this is gonna be my last round. I hit my 4 instead of my 2. No, don't make me forma every frame 5 fucking times. We're talking prime weapons, dude. Besides, that doesn't make you forma every frame 5 times. Why would you? You'll still get the same amount of mastery for hitting mastery rank 30. That won't change because they can't take mastery away from people. What's going to change is there's going to be extra mastery for you forming weapons. So yeah, there's extra mastery out there, but you don't need to go for it. Like, not everybody format a Necromech 5 times like I did, because I'm a psychopath. So it's just icing on the cake. If you have a favorite weapon and you want to format it 5 times, now you get a little boost in mastery for doing so. Or if you form a prime frame a bunch, then you get a little boost in mastery for doing so. I, for one, think that's a good idea. It's not going to make you forma anything 5 times. It's going to give you the option to get a little bit of extra mastery for doing so on the gear that you like. Clinically insane, yeah, I will admit I'm a little crazy for forming Necromechs as much as I did, but I really like Necromechs. They're fun. Fight me. I enjoy Necromech gameplay. A lot of other people like to complain about it. Oh, did you see that, Shane? That was a nice... That one went all the way around the corner and almost down the stairs. That was sweet as fuck. I'll see that one again. Can I get it again? Oh, no, I can't. I was really hoping. Oh, wow. He's got some range on that shit, doesn't he? Gross. That was a really nice chain. I'm proud of that chain. Ooh, that was another good one. Ooh, that was another good one. Hell yeah. I can see why they capped the duration at 60, just because it would get into ridiculous numbers if they didn't. But I kind of wish they'd just let it go into ridiculous numbers. All right, that's it for me. No, I'd like if they did that, because then say you really like the Trumna, or you really like and it's not just the extra mastery it gives you, it also gives you extra mod cap. So you'd have a way to get a little bit extra mod cap on your frames. Honestly, I think one of the things they definitely need to add to frames is an augment slot. What do you mean, no? I fucking hate everything. Logan, you all right there, buddy? I'm gonna take that as no. What's the matter? Did you get wiped in a dungeon? You can tell me about it. I won't judge you too hard. Okay, so what do we want to drop in there? That's the question. Rush is always nice, but that's because I value that added mobility, but I think that little bit of extra range. It's already at 175%. You don't have gear for dungeons? F. You sold all of it? Really? How many Exilus adapters do I have? I guess that's the real question before I want to use these, huh? Because Gyre's perfectly serviceable right now without an Exilus adapter with just 2 Forma. So how many of those do I have on hand? Two. I have 2 Exilus Warframe adapters. I don't think I've dropped one into all my Prime frames, so probably want to save it for a bit. Gyre's good. She's definitely better out of the box than Ureli. Most definitely better than Ureli. She's lacking some hard survivability, but past that, she's pretty good. I think I might helmet out Arc Sphere though, just because it's big meh. You sold it all for mining stuff? I have a drill that costs 240 million, and armor that is like 280. Is mining just as lucrative as dungeons, or can you not have a set for both? Good night, Heavy. Have a good night at work. We're just about to wrap it up anyway. Hey, what do you guys want to see tomorrow? What do you guys want to see me stream tomorrow? What do you want to see? I was thinking of doing some Left 4 Dead with the boys. Never played it before. They both are good for money, but if you want to do dungeons, you can't use mining gear. Well, you can. You'll die in one hit, though. H-Doom? No, I'm not playing H-Doom. Minecraft? Considering that second one, H-Doom's not a choice though. Yeah, I was thinking of firing up some Left 4 Dead with the boys because I've never played. Well, Left 4 Dead 2 with the boys, never played it. Minecraft. That's the German release. Is Minecraft. It's Minecraft everywhere else. Thank you very much. I just noticed her little neck dealy there actually isn't attached. It just hovers. That's a neat little detail. I like that. I haven't played Left 4 Dead 2 either. I bought it like a year ago. I think I got it during either the last Steam sale or the one before that, where it wasn't all that costly. Oh, wait, hold on. But if I drop in Gloom, I'm going to have to completely change my build because Gloom prevents passive energy regeneration. Let's test it out. Let's see if Gloom is gonna cut off on my passive energy regeneration here. Because if it does, like if Gloom cuts out the regeneration from my ability, from my Cathode Grace, it's a problem. Blah, for science. I think I got it in a pack of like all the Valve games. By the way, Steam Deck, there's a game specifically made for it called Portal Desk Job. Absolutely fucking hilarious. 10 out of 10. I loved it. It was fun as heck and funny as heck.
Navigation has been updated with new invasions.
Ooh.
Chaos is spreading.
That's actually a pretty decent invasion. Catalyst versus Catalyst. That's not bad at all. No, but Portal Desk Job was pretty funny. I liked it. It gave me hope because like the writing in it had a lot of that old Valve flair that they had in Portal. And a lot of people are saying that they don't have that anymore, and that's why they don't do that anymore, but it was really good and they did a great job. Be down to see some Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 2? Yeah, I'm gonna hit up I'll hit up Druid and see if he's willing to play. Okay, no, I have my passive regeneration. But only if I'm not surrounded by people. So that's a problem. Because this is my hard survivability that I just dropped in here. And it completely cuts out my energy regen from my 3. Oh no! I gotta go with something other than Gloom. Hey, is Gyre subsumable any good? Yes. Gyre subsumable is actually very good. Here, 1 second. I'm actually rolling Gyre right now. Let me go ahead and so Gyre subsumable is her 4, which makes it so that anytime you crit hit, it causes an energy arc between everything around, which causes a shock proc. And her shock procs can also crit. It is excellent crowd control, and it is a good time. But if you couple it with her too, then it becomes even better because the crits out the wazoo. And these are level 170 heavy gunners, I want to say. Yeah, these are 170s. And it just melts them like butter. These are just from the shock procs around, and it stuns everything around you, and it's great crowd control. I'm gonna have to use something other than Gloom. I love Gloom, but Gloom does not synergize with her 3. That's depressing. Either one, both are good. Gotcha, Heavy. No problem. Oh, hey, you're new here. Hello, Valentine. How you doing? I love her dodge. I'm gonna have to find something else to subsume, or I'm gonna have to leave her without anything subsumed, because... God, it's not good. If I lose my energy regeneration, that's not good. Ooh, now that's an idea. I could put in power, use that, and then use my 3 for even more energy regen. But that's completely sacrificing my 1 pretty much. Ugh. There's just nothing else here for real hard survivability. Except for maybe in parasitic armor, but that sacrifices my shields. I don't want to do that. There's a rebuild shields, but again, I don't want to do that. I could always just steal from Volt and take shock. Ha! Oh, did I? Well, that's good. Do people say Valentine a lot? Because you don't have the E on the end, so I figured it was Valentine. Gloom is one of my favorite abilities, and it's just not going to work on Gyre, because that completely invalidates the energy regeneration on her 3. Shoot. I suppose I'd have to go with Empower if I were to go with anything, because that would further power up her 3. Arc Sphere, goodbye. I mean, Arc Sphere's okay, but it doesn't have enough real damage. It's got good crowd control, but it doesn't have the damage to really stick around. Sometimes they say that, I got you. Well, hello and welcome. Nice to have you here, my guy. If you're interested, there is a community Discord where we hang out. It should be down in the description. I'm gonna test out Empower, see what kind of energy regen I can get from that. This is just the part where I start talking shop now that I've got her forward twice.
Where would the sanctuary be without you?
Out of the 2 things I was waiting a month to do, I gotta tell you, Gyre was probably the best out of the 2. Because I did the MR29 test and I was let down. It was over in seconds. Was not impressed. But Gyre's definitely probably one, I think, since Sevagoth. Probably one of the better frames since Sevagoth. But I am biased, so Sevagoth was really good. I really like Gloom, can you tell? Empower, Cathode Grace, Rotor Swell, let's see if we can chain a couple kills with that, yeah? That crowd control, though. Yeah, that's enough to actually be able to sustain. Yep, because my Cathode Grace is already past 20, and that's the typical sustain mark. Excellent crowd control. Really good. Good chains. Locks up an entire room. And my energy regen is through the roof. Look at that passive regen. Woof. Like, that is really high. Empower. Rotor Swell. Oh, and if you double cast, that's even better. Woof. Yeah, I heard about that. They're going to be talking about the new frame. But don't they have a couple new frames in the works? I remember one's supposed to be a Spartan warrior with a shield and a spear, and then the other one is supposed to be a werewolf frame. But I thought the closest thing we had to a werewolf frame was, I guess she's not a werewolf. But I was thinking Valkyr, just because she's got the bestial kind of thing going on. Or maybe even Sevagoth, because he has his whole transformation thing. I'm guessing this is going to be a more obvious transformation. The day they nerf this combo is the day that Grendel dies. And I win. Gotta tell you, people sleep on Grendel. They really shouldn't, because, I mean, yeah, look at my health training, and that's terrible, but, my health is full again, so it's not really a big deal. I love Grendel. He's so good. He's chunky, but man, he good. I think this Friday we'll see footage of, Cyanax. I'm not sure, maybe I'm wrong, but I got that impression from them. I think their next stream is actually going to be all about their plans once they transition dev teams, right? Because they're passing the torch, which is a big, big deal, because just about everything so far has been Steve leading the wheel, and that just makes me wonder, who's going to be community manager? Because, like, do you think Reb's going to be a community manager? I don't know. That's all office politics. As long as the game continues to be pretty good. That's all that really matters. Gyre, though, definitely better than Urelli. 7.5. She needs a little more synergy on her 1 and her 2. Actually, I think I'm going to de-helmet her in a little bit, because Empower's really not worth it. Like, Empower is really not worth it for the small amount of extra energy regen I have when my power is already through the roof, so probably gonna de-helmet her. I wish that I still had my passive energy regen while Gloom was active, but I don't. Remove. And feed. What do you need? And go ahead. God, mutagen samples. That's what I need. I need more mutagen samples. Spores and some rods. There you go, Audrey 2. All yours. I know I ask a lot of questions, but is Gloom really that good? It looks like it's very energy expensive. I almost have Sevagoth, so I'm checking out his Gloom. Oh boy, you just opened a rabbit hole. Okay, you want to see the power of Gloom? I will show you the power of Gloom in all of its full glory. 1 second, let me... There's one frame... Well, there's a couple frames that really synergize well with Gloom. The good thing about Gloom isn't the fact that it's overpowered. It's that it gives an amount of flexibility and soft survival to any frame. I personally prefer Gloom on Garuda over her Blood Altar, simply for the fact that it turns her into a mobile Blood Altar instead of anchoring her into one place, because you gotta remember it's an aura. But as you just saw, one of the best ones would probably be my Grendel. This is the build. This is the slot that Gloom is in, 3rd slot. And this one is unique in that when Grendel eats an enemy, that enemy is considered removed from play. So if you're in a defense mission and you have 20 enemies left and you eat all 20 enemies, the defense wave is over and you can spit them up and they'll still be alive. I actually think it's kind of funny, honestly. Let's see. Solo. Mott. Survival. Steel Path. I am using Trumna, but honestly, Quelor is probably better for this because I really like the Quelor. And the alt fire on the Quelor is a little more reliable than the Trumna because it doesn't bounce.
Are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
Shut up, Ghost Dad. Don't tell me what to do. Alright, so Gloom is active. Anything within that dark radius you see there will be slowed down, and if it takes any damage from any source, it will restore my health. The reason that's really good on Grendel is because I have the Gourmand augment on Grendel. Where are they coming from? This way? I have the Gourmand augment on Grendel, which means if I eat something, it's gonna deplete my health. Now, normally that would be a problem, but if I run out of health, which is what I'm trying to do right now, see, I'm up to 25, 28, and you see they're even firing slower, and it CCs just about everything around me. I spit them up, my health is completely regained, and I can eat them all over again. So I can remove enemies from play instantly, and if I think things are getting a little dangerous, first of all, they're CC'd to the point where they aren't really good at hitting me, and second of all, my health is full, and I'll just clear the room. So Gloom is what makes this possible, because Gloom synergizes with his augment, which makes it just absolutely shine. For some reason, specifically, it doesn't work on the Zeramin. I don't know why. I think that's a bug. But in any other stage, for the Steel Path, this combination can make you pretty much unkillable in Steel Path. That's a good time. And since an enemy is considered removed from play once you eat them, they spawn in more enemies right when you eat some. So if you need life support, then just eat a bunch of enemies and you're golden. Plus, it permanently strips their armor. The only things you really have to worry about are Eximus enemies or Energy Leech enemies. Energy Leech enemies will get you because Gloom relies on your energy while your Eat relies on your health. That's pretty much the only thing you have to worry about. You do have to watch your energy on that. But the cool thing is that if you eat enough enemies and you wait like 5 seconds and you spit them all up, then one of them is going to drop an energy sphere and you're good. It is powerful. I would highly recommend getting Sevagoth. I can showcase Sevagoth for you as well, because Sevagoth by himself is really good, but Sevagoth is one of the few, like, regular frames that doesn't have a prime yet that I've been willing to farm twice. Because Gloom was good enough for me to be willing to farm him twice. Bleh. I did have a stream a while back that I think is still on my YouTube in my archives, where I talked about ways they could kind of buff Grendel a little bit, because past this synergy he doesn't have much. He's got a couple things to be desired. I think the fact that his 3 is so useless that I didn't feel bad about helmeting out at all, stuff like that. But he's pretty good. As long as if you can eat it, you win. That's pretty much Grendel. If you can't eat it though, you're in trouble. Hey. Shut up. Also, if you throw up on them, that damages them as well. Obviously. Caustic Bile. Yeah, no problem, dude. I will finish out this round and I'll pull out Sevagoth if you got any questions about him. One thing about Sevagoth that you should note is if you are going to invest in Sevagoth, have at least 20 forma ready. I am not exaggerating. I am serious. Have at least 20 forma ready. He is very, very forma intensive. I'd suggest having plenty there. Oh, and the whole health drain thing isn't an issue, because if you were just actively shooting anything, Gloom will keep your health full no matter what. See how fast I'm healing just from causing a little bit of damage? It's ridiculous. Gloom will keep you... You don't have to spit out 40 enemies. You just have to constantly keep the pressure up. And this is damage from any source, so if you have a friend who's with you who's also shooting an enemy, then that heals you. And if your friend is in your Gloom radius, that heals your friend too. It's not overpowered, it's just good. Like I said before, what's overpowered is Breach Surge. Breach Surge is ridiculous. Oh, come on. Who is it? Oh, is it Torment? Oh, come on, Torment. You aren't really gonna try and do this to me, are you? Come on, old friend. You and me, we go way back, right? Goodbye, Torment. You frickin' loser. Give me that. Bleh. What about from level 2000 up? You die very fast at that level, no? Like one shot, so this wouldn't work there? Well, the thing is from level 2000 up, it might be a little difficult, but you gotta remember, me eating them does not rely on level. Me eating them is just me eating them. I have adaptation, I'm able to eat them, I'm able to regain my health, and their level doesn't matter when it comes to me consuming them. So as long as, you know, they aren't an Eximus unit, I can eat them. And if I can eat them, I win. And if I can cause any damage, my health is not going down at all. And spit. I'm sorry, did that hurt? My bad. I should probably get out of here. Would you like to see Sevagoth? Because I can also show him off for you if you'd like. But I have done the full investment on him because he is probably in my top 5. Ah, screw it. Oh, right. I forgot. I am using the Trumnut. I'm so used to using the Queller at this point. I go for the Alt Fire and I'm like, why is it not alt firing the Alt Fire? Corrupted Vor, did you just heal yourself? Corrupted Vor, that's rude. Corrupted Vor, you can perish now. Alright, I should get out of here. suckers! I do have Catapult on this build just because I love it, because it's fun. And I'm big about fun in this game. I don't really play optimal builds. I don't really play AoE. Oh, that's another thing about Gyre's 4. It does convert any single target weapon into a pseudo AoE. You're a Volt main? Some of the best players I know are Volt mains. I love Volt mains. Natris. Natris ain't here right now, but Natris is one of those Volt mains who just glances at an Eidolon and absolutely decimates it. It's a thing of beauty to watch. He's a specific reason I started hunting Eidolons, because I did it with him once and I was like, alright, I want to get that good. Alright, so the thing about Sevagoth is he is very, very forma intensive. You see, he's among my most used frames, and I have over 3,000 something hours in the game. Alright. Let's do a count. 3. 9. 12. Sorry. 15 forma. Have 15 forma so you can experiment with your own builds. But this one frame cost 15 forma, pretty much. Because you have the 3 that I dropped into him here. Bless you. And then you have the 3 that I dropped into over here, and then the additional 6 that I dropped into his claws. I would call it 15 just so you have enough to play around with it. You don't have to copy my build exactly, but he is very forma intensive. Mine is only like 8, but to be fair, a few of my mods aren't max. Yeah. All my mods are max, and I wanted my Sevagoth to shine, which he does. He's absolutely ridiculous. I'm currently sitting at a comfy 234% power strength. That gives me an 81% slowdown with Gloom, which, do I have an augment right now? I don't think I do. I need to check real quick. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've used Sevagoth that... Oh wait, no. I was using that one on purpose. Uh-oh. What do you mean network not responding? Uh-oh. Am I still live? That's the question. Yeah, it's showing me as still live. Well, no, that's strange. Why'd you log me out? Huh. I'm just thankful that my email address is so very long that nobody ever guesses it. Otherwise, I'd have to play in streamer mode, and that's just boring. Nah. If this was the old days of Warframe, I would believe you, but I've got TFA on, so I'm good. Okay, Sevagoth. Let's take the big boy out here. Nice try. Not even using those. Okay, Sevagoth, Survival, Steel Path.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
I want to say I'm only 16, if I remember correctly. But keep in mind, if you look in the lower left-hand corner there, you can actually see how much RAM the game's utilizing, and it's honestly not that much. Alright, so, Sevagoth. Gloom, always active. Keep it up. problem with Sevagoth is he's a little more energy hungry. But once you've got his gauge full... I always forget about these bastards. Alright, once you've got his gauge full, his most powerful function is his... And you see how much they're slowed down from my power strength? It's so nice. His ghost. And his ghost is really good. These are steel path enemies, and he cuts through them like butter. He's got one of the best gathering abilities in the game as well, where he can just look in a general direction and be like, okay, all those enemies come over here now. And then I cut them up. As long as there's not a door between you and them, it's pretty easy to gather them all up. If there's a door, it's a little more difficult because of the fact that the door will close the second their feet leave the ground. And if you're still in Gloom's radius, then you gain the benefits of Gloom, meaning you will also regenerate health.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Life support has been replenished.
And it's not hard to completely, like, refill the gauge. It isn't. Like, it's already full again, and I'm already back in my ghost mode, as long as you have high enough power strength. He is an excellent frame with great sustain, and his ghost is very powerful. His one drawback... he's kind of slow. You see this is his ghost sprint speed, by the way. His ghost is extremely slow. It's a very good thing Gloom is here and slowing them down that much, because my god, if it wasn't, it would be horrendous. He is a great frame, though. I would definitely put him in one of my top 5. As long as you're damaging things within Gloom's radius, then you're golden. I do kind of wish you could have your ghost out like Excalibur and take control of it and swap between the two, so it's more of a living thing instead of you just summoning it from the abyss. But what are you gonna do? Programming's hard. Who dares challenge me? Oh, it's Mania. Come here. You see how I just mulched Mania? Absolutely ridiculous. Then again, my operator build is also kind of ridiculous, so... I just kind of like to be able to kill everything as everything, so, you know. What happens if you die as a ghost? You just go back to your, well, first, if you die as Sevagoth, you go into your ghost, and you gotta get 5 kills very quickly. The second drawback of Sevagoth is actually you're not able to do your last stand, because in any other Warframe, my last stand ability would trigger, not a Sevagoth. Which is unfortunate, because it's kind of difficult to land his things. Oh, hey, my guy's here. Holy shit! He just completely mulched the room. You all right, buddy? You seem to be on the juice. Wait. Oh, Mania showed up before the 5-minute mark? That's kind of rare. Anyway, if you die as a ghost, you just hop back into Sevagoth. If you die as Sevagoth, you hop into the ghost, and you have to get 5 kills very quickly. But the issue is it's kind of a pain in the butt to do so.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
332 gig RAM. Is it your RAM or is it your vid card? Yeah, it could be a GPU CPU issue. You could be bottlenecking somewhere. It's like freezing and not responding, that it can be a RAM issue, from what I know. GPU sucks as well. I'm gonna invest in a really good gaming laptop. If you're looking for a good gaming laptop, I'd go to Sager personally, because that's where I went for mine back when I bought one. That was a while ago though. No, if you die as a ghost, then you pop right back into Sevagoth immediately. Yeah, I really wish they'd have pulled out Echoes of Umbra, but I don't think Echoes of Umbra would have worked with Sevagoth the way I'm talking about. I'm talking about like having your ghost with you as a companion and swapping between. But then again, I just like the idea of, you know, stand user. That's just me. I wanted to put it on Wukong and make a full AFK build. 2 of them! At least it's not like Inaros' passive. Yeah, Inaros' passive is just kind of irritating. It's highly irritating, and it shouldn't be a thing anymore. I like Sevagoth. He's so fun to play. Especially in a large group of people where you're just yanking everything from around the room and you've got a friend there mulching them with you. Oh, it's a blast. What do I need? What do I have left to build for the Alternox? Can't remember. What am I missing? I think I'm just missing a couple. I'm missing some Lanthorns. Okay, alright. You guys know what that means. Anyone who needs to farm the Zeraman, now's the time to speak your piece if you're on PC, because that's what I'm about to do. Zeraman farming is not hard. It's just tedious. Ooh, I do have this new helmet build, though. I like it. I like the top knot. The top knot's probably the best feature there. He's got an energy top knot. That's cool as hell. Alright. So would you say Gyre's 4 would be good synergy with Volt? Yeah, I think it would. The thing about her 4 is it synergizes well with high crit. And since Volt is a crit machine, as well as Gyre, because Gyre is also a crit machine, yes, it would absolutely synergize with Volt. Because Gyre... I haven't used her enough yet for her to be up here. Gyre's 3, Cathode Grace, synergizes extremely well with her 4. But I think Volt... A combination of Volt's electric shield and all that, the added crits that you could get, yeah, I think so. I think he would be a great combination. I like my Volt. How is Volt a crit machine? To get into the specifics of it, yeah, I'd have to actually talk to Natris. Natris is the one that built him for a crit monster. And I'd have to get into his build. I think he shared it in the Warframe section on the Discord. I don't play Volt as much as he does. But when I was speaking to him about him, his Volt basically cranks out crits like nobody else's business. It's kind of impressive. But yeah, as long as you have either a weapon or a frame that can enhance your crits, yes, her 4 is a great synergy. Because whenever you get a crit with her 4, that chains the lightning all around the room and causes your CC. What's going on, Logan? I see you in chat. Oh, hey, you're here. Did you want to farm some Zeraman? Because that is what I'm about to do. I need 4 more... Well, typing in Zeraman. I need 4 more Lanthorns. There are just some frames I'm not as knowledgeable on, and I don't want to give you a bad gouge. Okay, is this my farming build? This is my farming build. And Trumna, you are going to be swapped out for Quelor because I absolutely adore you, Quelor. I love this gun so much. It's so fun. It's my space AK with an underbarrel fuck you. I adore being able to look at something so far above my level, like if I'm out leveling a frame and go, yeah, I'd prefer if you don't exist anymore, thanks. Point at it and make it go boom. Gonna solo, because it's always easier to get Lanthorn solo, unfortunately. Gotcha. The one thing I will say about her 4 is you're gonna have to put in a bit of duration on there, because it caps out at about 30 seconds. You can recast while it's active, but it eats into energy because it is a 4th ability. Oy, Zeraman farming. 4 more Lanthorns. Lanthorns have been the bane of my existence since this update. Bounties. How'd you find me, by the way? Just curious, like to hear how people bumped into my channel. I see that you're on YouTube instead of Twitch. Most of my new people come in through Twitch. Or the page, one of the two. Alright, time to farm.
These Corpus ain't here to trade. They're looking to steal from us. Give them hell.
Sir, you are a space ghost. I don't believe that you can own any of this, as you are legally dead. Man's just possessive is what he is. Gotta let go, alright? Thank you for the star. Oh, and if you haven't built Zaku yet, I would highly recommend building Zaku as well. Because he is great for farming. Especially if you're farming boxes like I am. He's got enough offense to keep you safe with his over-the-shoulder guns, but also enough utility to be able to just open all the boxes nearby. Where is it? Where is it? I can hear it. Where's am I blind? I might be blind. Ah, it's in the box, because of course it is. Oh, is this a Dormant Void Angel one? What a joke. I was just on YouTube checking videos and you appeared and recommended on the right. Nice, Sue. Well, it's nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome, hello. Always nice to make new friends. Oh, the angel's right here. Well, that makes my job easier. Hey, wake up. I froze it on 0 seconds perfectly. Alright, wake up. Come on. I'm gonna take your armor now, okay? Cool. Thanks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mag smelt is amazing. Oh, I almost got you by myself. Whee! How do I strip the armor like that? Oh, I'll show you after I'm done here. The one bad part about the Quelor is a long reload time. Gotcha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mega smelt is amazing. I almost got you again. Give me the sphere. Thank you. Well. All right, you loser, let's finish up. Reload. And done. Give me that. Thank you. Right, I'm box farming. Got a little wrapped up in angel murdering. Through here, right? Yeah. Love this gun. This favorite gun. What platform are you on, by the way, Valentin? Just curious. Are you on PC or are you on console? I know you were saying you're having trouble with PC. Nice. Well then shoot, I could probably help you out at some point if you need it. What's your MR? Fox farming is kind of tedious. Oh, was there? Get out of here. Look at you. Big man. Picking on a small child. Who just absolutely curb stomped you. There's a lesson here somewhere, I swear. Am I up? Yeah, I'm up. Okay, this way. This way. Pretty much the only thing I have to worry about are nullifiers nowadays. MR14? Oh, so you're decently up there. All right. Yeah, I can probably help you out a little bit. Is there anything you're working for right now? Any ribbons you're shooting for, anything like that? You know what? Break yourself. I just love being able to insta-strip their armor entirely. It's so nice. I don't do it very often because it's not really needed with the weapons I've got, but it's so nice to have the option to just go, yeah, I want to make you super soft. Goodbye 100% of your armor. No. I have not gotten a single Lanthorn from this whole run. That is depressing. Should probably take it over to Steel Path if I want to get him more frequently. You know, there's something about Cavallero saying Daddy Parvos that kind of weirds me out. I don't know if it's because, like, out of context that could sound like a really weird thing for him to say, but I really don't like anyone saying the phrase Daddy Parvos. Ugh. Yoink. Hey. Another one. Volt, I'm trying to get to know him better and enhance him. That's why I was asking subsumable ability questions to you. But I'm building the Incarnon weapons now also. Incarnon, which ones are you building? There's a few duds, but there's also a few of them that are super good. Hey, buddy. Break yourself. Not a single Lanthorn this whole run. Ugh. I'm gonna try and go this way. See if there's a couple more towards the end of the rainbow over here. Yeah. 3K hours in, I still get hung up on geometry every now and then. I don't know if that's humbling or annoying. Aw, come on. Not a single one, huh? Not a one. Oh well. No Lanthorns for Riz. I'll just have to farm up the rest of those the other day. I wanted to farm up the Alternox so I could figure out if it was good or not. Because Gyre's pretty good on her own, but I'd like to see how good her shotgun is. Since it's been a while since we've had a decent energy... In fact, I think the last good energy... like, truly energy-based weapon that we got was the Quellower. Because the energy weapons we've gotten since then have either been actually a projectile weapon or something else entirely. And I don't count the, what are they called? The Sisters of Parvos weapons. I don't count those ones because those are just rehashes of older weapons, so... Oh, that's a nice bit of stock for Unairo. Not a single Lanthorn. Ugh. Alright, so you wanted to know how I... Inodem just finished an hour ago. Haven't tried it yet. I have all of them, just not Praetos, and no Forma 2. Okay. Inodem's pretty good. I'd say out of all of them, my favorite would probably be Inodem. If that's the one I'm thinking of. I always get their names mixed up because I am terrible with names. That's just facts. I will mix up names constantly and have to be corrected. Inodem's the pistol, isn't it? Tenet, the Tenet weapons, the Sister of Parvos weapons are the ones I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I don't count those. Because either those were projectile weapons or they were just rehashes of previously released energy weapons. So you know. Don't count. Yeah, the one for here was the Fenmore. Fenmore's pretty good. It's very single target. I like it because I like big minigun. That's one of my favorite archetypes of weapons in games. Ladum is the pistol. Thank you. I always mix up names. Fenmore's pretty good. The Ladum, however, my only gripe with the Ladum is the fact that you cannot dual wield it with a glaive, and the glaive is my favorite weapon in the game and always has been. Because I like being able to chuck it at people's heads from long range and watch it, you know, remove said head from long range. My only gripe is you can't dual wield this one with a glaive because of the fact that it transforms into a little rifle. It has amazing AoE potential. Personally, though, running the Sepulchrum, just because it looks like a Stormbolter. Anyway, you were asking about... I've escaped from a mental asylum and not even I would touch the Zeraman. You are insane. I'm not insane, I just want to build stuff. Alright, so you were asking about armor strip, right? Okay. First of all, one of your top priorities, if you're MR14 and you haven't done it yet, these waybound nodes over here, unlock all of them. I know there's a lot of them. Unlock all of them. Trust me, it's worth it. Definitely do it because these will bring your operator up to another level. Now, how I was stripping armor, however, is Caustic Strike in your operator form. Second ability launches an energy bomb that explodes with an 8 meter radius, stripping 100% of enemy armor. Tap 2 again, detonate mid-flight. Combined with Unairo Wisp. 100% chance to summon an Unairo Wisp per enemy hit by Caustic Strike. The Wisp will seek out the nearest ally within an affinity range, increasing operator damage by 100% for 20 seconds. So anytime you saw me knock the angel down, I would hit it with my 2 in my operator form before I went in. I would gather Unairo Wisp, go in there, get my 7 dashes because my amp is currently equipped with Magus Melt. I'm sorry, my operator is currently equipped with Magus Melt, meaning that every time I void dash, it adds 30% heat damage. So at max, that's 30 times 7, plus the multiply that by the 100% from Unairo Wisp, plus the ridiculous amount of damage I was already doing with my amp, and you're able to almost burst down the angel before it's able to summon its orbs. But that is what lets me remove armor completely from just about everything except for... I don't think it works on Eidolons. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't work on Eidolons. So I can remove all of the armor from everything except for an Eidolon. Maybe there are some bosses it doesn't work on, but I haven't ran into any that it doesn't work on. Oh, and the first ability, it's the reason I'm running Unairu right now. Unairu is, in my opinion, right now, probably one of, if not the best school. I'd say it's kind of tied up with Madurai, which is a close second if it is second, because Madurai's really, really good. With Unairu, you have Last Gasp, which is the Waybound node. You can actually have this with any of your focus schools if you unbind them. But whenever your Warframe gets downed, you can revive in your operator state. You have to kill a certain amount of enemies, filling up your gauge, and if you fill up your gauge, you'll revive. But the thing is my Warframe gets downed. I have Vengeance active, which increases my damage by 100%, plus an additional 25% per second. Then, I just hit something with Caustic Strike or Magnetic Flare, completely stripping away its shields or its armor, and then shoot it with my amp and it's dead. So, I don't die. If you're running Unairu and you haven't maxed out, dying is off the table. Because I've died when I wasn't paying attention, like before with Gyre, when I just wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. Actually, it's probably easiest to... I find when I stream, I go and visit Samaris even more often. People are starting to talk. If they could. God, his voice lanes are ingrained in my head at this point. If you're running Unairu and you haven't maxed out, you're with Vazrin, dude, they're all good, but those two pretty much cross into the cream of the crop. Okay, so. Come on, I'm here. Kill me. Kill me, come on. Do it now. Take me out. Hey, look, I'm back. Do it, come on, kill me again. I'm here. I'm back. You're mad. I'm back. And the way I do that is I combine all of my operator... Was there a rocket chasing me? Seriously? I combine all of my operator abilities, the armor strip, or if I really need to, the shield strip if I'm fighting Corpus, which is what this area is an area of denial that completely removes all shields. I combine that with my amp and the added damage and the Unairu Wisp to either blast them out of the face of existence or sit in void mode, shoot out a glaive that's going to kill them all for me because it has really good tracking, and then just not worry about it. So I can just blast out like 3 of these, strip off all their armor, and then let them do the work for me. They have a decent amount of bounce too. They don't have a model though, which kind of weirds me out. Like I've looked at them in the what's it called? The Captura mode. They don't really have a model, it's just energy. You'd think there'd be like a spirit glaive or something. Nope. Personally, I love my Kamehameha Blaster, but that's just me. Kind of a weeb. Whoop. So it had been a while since I transferred. Another one of the things that happens with your operator in this mode is you actually have... Here, let me actually pull it up after I finish embarrassing you both. Hello! Go away. Anyway, Another one of the most useful things about this is if you see that little buff up there that has about 35 seconds left. So Unaru is more about fighting in operator mode. Unairu is more about preventing you from dying in its own way. Unairu buffs your damage. Unairu buffs your damage through wisps, along with giving you a bunch of other things that make it easier for you to transition back and forth to your operator. Now, again, you can unlock Last Gasp and Vengeance, so you can do this with any of your schools. One of the reasons I run Unairu instead of running Madurai with just these two active, which is completely viable, is Poise. Poise. Gain immunity to slow, stagger, and knockdown effects for 40 seconds after transferring between operator or warframe. So if I'm in my warframe and I switch to my operator, I have 40 seconds of Poise, meaning I can't be knocked down or slowed. The only reason they were able to do it before is because it had been longer than 40 seconds. If I switch back to my warframe, it refreshes my Poise and I can't be knocked down. So I don't have to worry about annoying knockdowns or explosions or anything like that, as long as roughly every 40 seconds, which typically I will do, I'm going from operator to warframe and doing some crazy stuff. Now, don't make that sell you on Unairu, because my first focus school was Madurai way back before the focus rework just now, and I still love Madurai. It's so good. Two abilities in Madurai make Madurai everything I just said about Unairu. Get rid of that in favor of raw power, and that's Madurai. You have two abilities in Madurai that invalidate all of the like synergies and the buffs I was just talking about, because of the fact that they give you so much raw power by themselves that they can't be ignored. Granted, whenever I'm using Madurai, I miss Poise more than anything else because I don't like getting knocked down in my operator form. Firstly, Contamination Wave. Second ability emits a void wave lasting 2 seconds that drenches enemies with void contamination that makes them 50% more vulnerable to operator damage. Killing an enemy affected by contamination wave makes all affected enemies 50% more vulnerable. So basically, your amp damage much stronger once you contamination wave them, but that's nothing in the face of Void Strike. First ability consumes all energy to increase damage for 8 seconds. Deal 10% additional damage for every percentage of energy consumed. So 100 times 10. That's 1,000% extra damage. 40% weapon efficiency for operator and warframe while Void Strike is active. So basically, you activate Void Strike with Madurai, and then you become a killing machine. The problem is, you're a killing machine that's extremely vulnerable, but you can shift back to your frame and you still have that power. And Last Gasp is nowhere near as effective in Madurai, unfortunately, because they're able to knock you around without poise. And you don't have that armor strip. So I prefer Unairu simply for the fact that it gives me poise, and I really like poise. It's a very nice quality of life for my operator. I don't like being knocked to the ground. I don't like being juggled. Did you just kill me while I was over here? That's so rude. Genocide. Thank you. Rude. So if you want to go and fight like an Eidolon, and you want to absolutely decimate an Eidolon's shields, and be able to destroy a Zenobia with your operator's amp, which is probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen done in this game, because you look at an Eidolon Zenobia and you're like, oh, I'll shift back to my warframe. Yeah, not when you're running Madurai. You're able to pop Zenobias pretty frequently if you're running Madurai. But I love poise. I like being able to strip 100% of armors from normal enemies. I like being able to completely decimate their shields. I do wish I was able to pick 2 more abilities from the other trees. I understand how that might be a little overpowered, but having only 2 operator abilities feels weird. I run Unairu. Don't let that convince you, though. Because a little bit ago, Zenurik was where it was at. And before that, Madurai was where it was at. So everyone kind of just finds what works best for them. I'm just kind of a fan of being able to use my amp as a pocket Kamehameha and annihilate them with it. Because I'm a bit of a weeb. Oh, and remember what I was saying before about the heat buffs. That applies to not fighting angels as well. You can see it stacking up there. It's really good. And these are level 170s. So it's not like they're a slouch. I didn't even strip his armor and he's still, he gone. I like being able to use my operator to great effect. I don't like my operator to just be, I'd like to void sling somewhere, or I'd like to hide for a bit. I want him to be able to be used in combat outside of Eidolons. That's why I built him this way. Could I? It would take a while. It would take a whole long while. I mean, theoretically, I could, because, well, 5, 6, 7. It would take a while, but you absolutely could. Personally, I've never had the patience to go all the way up to level 9,999. I know a lot of my friends in the Warframe community have stuck it out the hours in a survival mission that it took to get there, but I'm good on Steel Path. I'm good on Steel Path survival missions up to maybe wave 25. I survive easily there. I thrive. I'm able to kill everything in my way. Anything past that is insane. Especially if you're going in Steel Path up to 9,999. That would be ridiculous. Whoa. So I am going to check, Logan, if we're going to be playing Left 4 Dead 2 tomorrow. I'll see if Druid is up for it, if he's feeling up for it tomorrow. If not, tomorrow may be more Everhood, because I like that game. Either Everhood or Thymesia. I'll flip a coin on that one. Who do I want to leave off on? Ah, yes, Titania. Bless you, DE, for this skin. Bless you, DE. It's so nice. It's just, I love mechs, and this is the mech skin I wanted for Titania. Anyway, guys, Valentin, if you'd like to join the Discord, it should be in link below. You should get a welcomer message if you do. We'd love to have you there, because it's always nice to make new friends. I'm going to head out for the night, because I got work in the morning. So I will see you guys next time. Boop. Bye for now.